late and then blamed Winnipeg on the airport. So that's
Those are flight issues.
Yeah, but I don't know why it was our fault. Anyway, my fun little Rust caveat. I think we're getting a little rusty on this show, though. It's 3 hours in, Obi.
Oh boy, it's 2 o'clock already.
Guys, thank you so much for being here with me. I do apologize for my voice deciding to pull a Ferrari and drive to the downside, but guess what? The market is too powerful for any voices to stop it. If we are ready, we may be ready. We are going to send you over to the fellas to our left. So get it, Bash Brothers. See y'all.
Take it easy, guys.
Please
See ya.
Oh, baby.
We're back.
Yeah, we're back. Smash the gym. We got in a session. We got some chess. We got some back. We also got some videos, so that's going to be making an appearance soon.
Your gym videos?
Sorry about that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah? All right.
It's going to be like that, Joey.
Yeah.
It's going to be like that. We got the afternoon. It's a slow time.
So, you're ready. All right. It's like that.
Oh,
He's
no.
like that.
All right, guys. We're doing it live right now. Okay, so here's the deal. Let's just get right to it. NUAI, I'm long NUAI right now through 270. We're looking for that $3 break. Good continuation on NUAI. It's knocking on the dollar of $3. Okay, knocking on the dollar. I'm losing it. Knocking on the door of $3. So we need that $3 break and take, and then we can add into said position. I'm also taking. I also took several trades here on Serve. SERV, I'm back in it right now. Initial entry. Oh no, Joey.
What happened?
NUAI just absolutely rocketed through. There is the 3, and there's the 310 print. Go NUAI, go. Thanks, Obi, for calling that one out. This one's continuing to the high side, so we'll take prints there. Keep your eye on NUAI. This one is the hot one right now. But as I was saying, I was taking some trades here on your other friend, Serve Robotics, long at the. Well, actually, I think it was about 55. We've wet the beak all the way up into 17. We started doing a dance here on the 5-minute chart. All these bottoming tail candles made me feel that people were buying this in the low 80s, mid 70s. So I got involved. I don't know how I feel because the downtrend is still intact, but those 5-minute candles were being bought up aggressively. I'm giving this one the old college try. We've got 90s on at the moment. It's showing me 87, so I can pack my patience. But the other one that I've got on right now, sorry, Joey, just one more.
No problem.
SYRE. We just got the beak wet there at 21s. We're looking for a hold generally of this 21 area. SYRE. It's been trending like a buy program, and then all of a sudden I get in, and it changes its tune, Joey. So we got 19s on. We're looking for continuation. We're going to be getting to the afternoon rundown. Guys, let me know, Assassino, when Rendo is ready. Just let me know. And Joey.
Yeah, let's go. All right, guys, looking for a futures trading platform that actually delivers without hitting costs. With plus 500 futures, you get free live charts, transparent fees, low margins, and an unlimited demo so you can practice until you're ready to trade live. Open an account and get started with as little as $100 with plus 500's powerful platform. You can access a wide range of futures markets, S&P 500, Nasdaq, Bitcoin, gas, Forex, metals, crypto, and more, all in one place. Plus, enjoy a welcome bonus of $200 in commission-free trading. Just scan the QR code on the screen, apply for your account today, and join over 30 million users worldwide who have already chosen plus 500. Guys, you know what time it is.
Yes, sir.
It's time for that afternoon rundown.
Oh, no, Joey.
Missed those days when Sharif was standing for this. We'll get back to that at some point. Welcome in, 2 o'clock on what has been a bit of a negative afternoon. Markets are continuing to grind, unfortunately, to the downside here. We'll have a look at the Nasdaq to kick things off. It was negative and sell side right out of the gate this morning after the gap to the downside. If you joined us in the pre-market, we were touching on a few reasons why that was. We had Powell presenting. It was a recorded presentation, but Powell presented at a Washington event that happened this morning. It was all recorded, though, so no Q&A. Really wasn't much follow-through from that. Yields higher today. We'll talk about the VIX as well, a little bit of an uptick. Back to the upside for the VIX this morning. Anyways, we're stabilizing right now. This 608 area, 608.50 area on the Qs coming into play once again. The low down here was more than 0.5% to the downside. That's how the scoreboard looks right now. As I mentioned, about 0.5% here for the S&P, about 0.5% for the Nasdaq. VIX upside to the tune of about 0.7%. The Dow also under a bit of pressure here this afternoon as we continue to grind lower. One of those days where if you were in individual names, here, let me refresh that for you, Andre, and we can hit that button again. Should be good now. If you were in individual names, lots of opportunities, lots of small caps moving around as the guys were talking about. But overall, the opportunities in tech, opportunities in semiconductors. We started things off this morning with Nvidia. Ends up being a bit of a choppy day. That's a 15-minute chart. The initial move probably tradable there. Better part of $2 to the upside right out of the gate. There was a whole bunch of positivity over the past couple of days, a little bit of follow through as far as analyst notes this morning, talking about what happened over the past couple of days. This was another deal they signed with the UAE, or at least greenlighting, the U.S. government greenlighting the shipment of some of these chips over to the UAE as well. When all is said and done, we're basically right where we started, guys, for Nvidia.
I mean, these chip names have been on a big-time run over the past couple of months, guys. We're talking in the likes of AMD. We're up 42% off of that breakout high, the OpenAI news. And same with the likes of NVDA. These chips have been on absolute monster runs. And seeing today's price action in session, it's justifiable, right? So when you're up 40%, you're up 20, 30% from those previous all-time highs, then we can't just go up in a straight line altogether. So I can totally justify what we're experiencing today. A breath in the market is much needed. We have the UAE news coming out with NVDA. We had that OpenAI deal. Watch out. We're going to cool off a little bit. We can't go northeast all the time there.
No, you can't, Joey. And the fact of the matter is, there's two Mag 7 names that are green on the day. One is Nvidia, and the other one is Meta. And Meta is up 1.5, and Nvidia is up 1.9, knocking the door of 2. So, quite frankly, this is the best looking name on the day. We closed out yesterday, Andre, if you can, at around 189 on the that was the closing print from last night, and we're trending up. We made another new all-time high on Nvidia, 195.30. It's a good look. And as Brendo mentioned, really this all comes down to the Middle East throwing their hat into the AI chip ring. And it's something that we knew plenty about, but we didn't know when it was going to actually happen as a result of Washington putting the kibosh on the actual sale itself, to ensure that they got guarantees from the Emiratis and the Qataris that this wasn't going to find its way into the hands of China, which is their biggest concern, because we're talking about Blackwell here. We're not talking about the H20. So I like this. But Joey, look, I like to put on my tinfoil hat at times. And the fact of the matter is, this deal got announced the same day that we heard about a Middle East peace agreement. Okay? I'm just throwing it out there. But, those two things may be coincidental. Maybe they're not. But the fact is they happen on the same day.
Yeah, the timing is obviously coincidental. But at the end of the day, it's good that they're going to start shipping those over there. And I wouldn't be surprised if the deal gets continuous. They extend their contracts and order more of these chips. Because, as you know over here, guys, the hyperscalers are still spending all of this money. And I wouldn't be surprised if they want to start to play catch-up with all their data centers and the UAE and the Gulf Stargate that is there, guys.
Yeah, and we heard about G46. That entire crew. I'm not sure what the name of the Saudi company is, but we know that they're very interested, Joey. So I think we're just going to see more of this, quite frankly.
Exactly.
Let's go on to this little tiny one, just taking out the highs here once again. I was just checking, guys, 40 to 60, I guess, million US market cap on this thing, depending on where you look. And NUAI just taking out $3 once again, if you missed it. Sharon AI teaming up with New Era's Energy joint venture. This is an Australian company, so this is on the data center side of things that's going to get them into the Texas marketplace, it sounds like. But if you zoom out a bit, that was the level, 175, 180 on a higher time frame, got taken out very early. Accelerating volume, however, guys, as we head towards the high of days here for NUAI.
And I was involved in this right before we got on, right while the midday was on. And I got in at 270. And the reason for that is, well, look, I missed the volume weighted average price. It was a beautiful textbook hold of VWAP on NUAI. It was very strong. It's knocking in the door of 100% on the day, 95, 96 right now as it bounces off 3. But I got back from the gym and I had seen this. We were completing this downtrend over here. And it's no surprise to me whatsoever the fact that this one held up at VWAP because it was on everybody's radar. This was as clean as you're going to see on a small cap gapper. It doesn't even break the 10 EMA on the 5 once on the way up. So that's as clean as it gets. It then obviously breaches the 10, it breaches the 20, but it bounces textbook off that volume weighted average price. And guess what? I was concerned, right, that we were bouncing back up. So this would be the initiation point of a bear flag, right? So I was worried when I got into this that we were just in the formation of the second or third candle retracement on the bear flag. But that didn't happen because we broke through that high of day, which was $3, and we continued into 18s. So quite frankly, I'm already looking at this as another area, Joey, to get back in. NUAI, to me, it's the best looking small cap gapper right now.
Yeah, I mean, you're up almost 100% at this point here, guys, and we can take a look at this name from a daily perspective as well, too, and just see the fact that, as Brando mentioned, the volume really starting to kick in. It started in early September, so there must be something going on, and then eventually you get that big news event right here, and you're just blowing past some of these key pivot levels, so that's not too bad. A base at $33, but you can tell by the volume profile that something is going on, maybe a little insider. The volume just isn't going to pick up randomly, and then sure enough, a couple weeks later, a month later, you get this big time move to the top side. So not a bad look whatsoever. Nice trading on that one there. NUAI, New Era Energy, up almost 100% at this point.
Just reading a note here, guys, on Nvidia. Didn't really do much on this. We're bouncing a little bit right now. 192.50 ended up holding there, but a company called Megaspeed is poised to buy $2 billion worth of NVIDIA AI tech in the next year, according to the New York Times. About 5 minutes ago, that's a 15-minute candle, so you can see a huge wick forming here. Back to the upside right now for NVIDIA. Let's talk some Tillray back to the upside in the last couple of minutes here as well. We were sitting here this morning in the pre-market discussing the simple fact that making nothing was better than losing a little, essentially, was the lesson, I guess, to take away from Tillray earnings. Turns out they did shore up their balance sheet a little bit, and I think that's really where the positivity came from. They sold off some assets, cleaned up the books a little bit. Yes, they made absolutely nothing, but let's set that aside for a second. Maybe a little bit more solid footing to work off of here for Tillray, guys.
I like the way you set that up, Brendo. Absolutely. In all seriousness, though, this one was a good one for us in the morning. So it concerned me a little bit. And the reason I want to say that is because I got in at about 204. 204 was possibly a double top, right? Because we had already tried to break through that $2 area earlier on. I want to say, I can't see quite yet, sorry. That was around 7 o'clock. We lost $2, and then right at the open, right around 9, right before the open, excuse me, I got in near the highs because we were attempting to break them again. So then I was on the lookout for a possible double top, and my stop went below the V part of the double top, the V part of the M. So I said to myself, look, if this thing loses 190, it's all over. It's basically going to break down into double top, and you're caught long. So I put my DCAs right before my exits because I said to myself, if you're going to wait till here and to lose that 190 area, why are you not adding in the mid 190s? And you lose like what, 4 or 5 pennies a share on the DCA? Add into that area, and it was the right thing to do because it rocketed up. And then basically right out maybe 15 minutes after the open, 9:45, that's when it hit the bid. And then, you know, we got it at the top, Joey, and it continued to drop back down. But quite frankly, to build on what Brenda was saying from the fundamentals, it's getting better and better for this company. I mean, I think, I don't want to say we bottomed out.
Yeah.
But the worst may be behind them now.
But see, the thing is, though, I think what's important to know just from an earnings report, it's like, okay, you don't have a loss. Like, even though it's relatively flat, it's baby steps. You got to start somewhere. You're not just going to go from negative earnings to something that's just absolutely parabolic and you're blowing things out of the water, beating consensus, everything along those lines, beating the estimates, and then you're just going to guide through the roof. No, I don't think that's necessarily going to be the case. So it's baby steps in the weed spot. So at the end of the day, it's not too bad of a look. In June of this year, we're trading at 36 cents, and then now you're up over 300% at $1.71 roughly to where we're currently trading at. So not too bad of a look. One step at a time. You got to be able to walk before you can run, and I think that's what we got going on in the marijuana space. I have no idea.
Dude, this is that they had the largest net profit they've ever had, Joey.
There you go.
So I mean, yes, they shored up costs. They had to do some stuff. So it's not just all organic revenue growth that's causing causing the net profit to boom. But facts are facts, and you like where the company is going. I don't know if it's investable. I don't have my money in it, so.
I mean, like, what you got to be you got to have kind of put your speculation glasses on at this point. And if you can get in at the lows, would I be buying it up here? Not just yet, but I mean, if things start to change within the American government, then who knows what can happen? Yeah. I'm not even gonna. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna zoom out. And we can just take.
You're gonna show them that this thing was like at $150.
Well, yeah, I don't know if this is.
Don't break their heart. Joey.
Yeah, brother. I don't know if this is like
$300.
I don't know. I pray that there was a split or something along those lines, a reverse one.
Yo, Adara's calling you out in the chat.
Why? What'd she say?
She said Joseph lied about the lunch. These beans are so spicy it hurts. Look what you did, bro.
I never.
And Assassino's backing her up.
I didn't even have this beans.
Assassino's backing her up. So
that's crazy. There was zero spice. I apologize, Adara.
No.
Yeah. Now she's in a little bit of pain. My apologies. But at the end of the day, hey, we got to start somewhere on Tillray.
Brendo.
They're lentils.
Yeah.
They're not that spicy. I was just reading a couple things here, guys. As far as the overall market is concerned, a little bit of a downtick once again. Fed's bar seems to have wrapped up, making some comments still, but we'll see if anything comes of it as far as the market's concerned. Seems to have shrugged off. The last one essentially just saying they're going to have to decide again in October whether or not they cut again in October, which I think we already knew. Let's talk about UiPath. 2 days in a row, absolute monster here, 770 or 7.7 to the upside today on top of what happened the past couple of days. Long story short, if you zoom out a little bit, last Friday to where we are trading right now, 42% to the upside for UiPath. Fortune reporting over the past couple of days, a couple of times, this paragraph essentially talking about a major shift for this company away from the robotic side, more towards the AI-specific interface side of things. So maybe leaning towards what everyone else is doing and a little bit less towards what they might have been good at. But UiPath, guys, all kinds of volume behind this one today as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this thing has been looking good. It's been trading fantastic from an intraday standpoint. I mean, the options activity is most definitely starting to pick up as well, too, Brendo. We got 11,000 contracts there. That's relatively high from what we're experiencing. The at-the-money IV sitting around 180%. So the volatility being priced into the underlying asset as well, too. So keep an eye out on this name. We'll pull up the charts on it as well to see what we got going on. And earlier in the session, it was one of the better traders, in my opinion. I'm glad to see that we're getting this continuation throughout the day. It's been a steady move to the top side, and I know some individuals that are involved in this via options and shares, so it's not a horrible look whatsoever. Right out of the gates, you haven't even essentially looked back. You have that one pullback through the volume-weighted average price, but from that point, it's just a continued move to the top side. Now, as from a daily perspective, you're breaking out. You're punching through some key resistance zone, 1604. You sit on top of that level after the open, and then it's a gap and go scenario. So not too bad of a look there on UiPath.
Yeah, look, Joey, I'm not gonna pretend like I really know too much about the company because I don't. It's not one that I follow all that much, but I like the space. Clearly, they're AI robotics. The overlap, Jensen made that very clear. He sees that as at least the short-term tailwind, that intersection between AI and robotics, and I happen to agree, obviously, with Jensen. But from the technicals, here's what I see. So we clearly bottomed out 11, 10 bucks, and now we're kind of, in this breakout area, right? We're well above the 50, we're well above the 100, and we're taking out key levels that almost go back a year and a half. But we're getting into an area where we may encounter resistance. And this is what I'm talking about over here. This May, I want to say late April, early May area bottom that really was it was holding us up before it absolutely dropped on that late May earnings report. So that level happens to be $19 to $20. Today's high is $18.08. So we're awfully close to that area. And that's not the only reason I like this $18 to $20 area. Take a gander at the resistance that basically ran from August of 2022 to the breakout in late 2023, or I want to say early December 2023. So this $18 area is a very, very clear technical area of resistance. And if the short sellers are looking, to get in, they're going to be looking at this area, in my opinion. So if we clear 20 decisively and they get squeezed, I think we may have something. We may start talking about 25 local area highs. But yeah, you got to respect this breakout. Good volume too. Look at this, Joey. Look at the volume profile on the breakout.
Start to pick up there.
Exactly. It overshadows all the previous volume bars. So you got to respect that volume breakout, Brendo.
Absolutely.
Wow, gold up 10% this week, guys. Just crazy. Let's talk about Meta here real quick. Sharif, you and I were discussing this a little bit off camera this morning. The simple fact that the stock hasn't participated whatsoever in this most recent move to all-time highs for not only the Nasdaq and the market in general, but tech specifically, down, in fact, over the past couple of months here. This is a daily chart. So 1, 2, 3 days in a row, we'll call it to the upside, including more than 1% right now after testing monthly lows, just going back 3 sessions ago. There's not much on this today, but better part of 1% to the upside right now, worth noting for Meta, Zuck and crew, maybe a little bit of a pivot back higher. Let's talk Tesla here to wrap things up. 2.9 million Tesla vehicles, we discussed this early on this morning, included in this FSD investigation, simply saying there's a potential for up to 2.9 or let's call it 3 million cars that they might run red lights. Nothing we haven't heard in the past when it comes to not only Teslas and Elon specifically, but FSD. Seems like they continue to target this technology. Guys, the stock doesn't care today.
Absolutely. Just to touch on what you were going on with Meta there, quick, Brendo. I mean, 8% still off of those highs, so I think there's a lot of room to run. Maybe it's just a slight rotation that we're seeing into some of these names and stepping into Meta because it's putting in an absolute fantastic session. But as for the likes of Tesla, I mean, throughout this whole process, as he starts to expand his geofence, get into more places, FSD in full operation, we're going to have those bugs along the line. So at the end of the day, I think we'll be okay. He's got to decode them, going to get the software updates. And I'm sure that's all it is that needs to be fixed. Now, as for the actual stock and its price action, we've been on a big-time run over the last little while here, guys, breaking out from multiple levels. You can see this price action consolidation. We were really starting to compress in price. So from here, we have those consistent higher lows, and then eventually we just snapped through that top. It was compressing the ascending wedge. And then not only that, look at the breakout volume that you experienced through this. It is day 2, but that can be classified as a genuine move. As we punch through key zones, you want to see the participants really start to kick in. And we've seen that displayed here on Tesla's volume profile without any form of questioning. But also, we're still down 10% from these previous all-time highs. I think it's only a matter of time and a couple catalysts away before it absolutely blows through that point.
Yeah, and we talked about that nice 420 level, and I really do mean that. I'm not joking just because it's Elon. But that 420 level is a very clear area of support, at least locally. It's been bought up. So, yeah, I know, do your TA, obviously, but that's where I saw it today. Now, separately, Assassino, with respect to the actual recall for FSD, it looks as if here, this is what they're calling a preliminary evaluation, which is the first phase before the potential recall. And then it's like an if-then. If that the NHTSA determines that FSD pose an unreasonable safety risk, whatever that means, then they could mandate a nationwide recall. Tesla wasn't responding, so we'll have to wait and see. So they're saying 6 crash reports while FSD was engaged, ran the red lights. 4 of those caused injuries, and they have another 18 complaints and 1 media report that detail instances where FSD failed to stop fully or misread traffic lights. I really wonder, though, whether this is pre 14.0 and we know 14.1 came out yesterday. And quite frankly, just for my own experience with FSD, Joey was in a Model Y. It was about a year, I want to say a year ago, maybe a year and a half. So I'm sure it's been updated multiple times since then. It was a year ago, Adara? Adara says it was around a year ago.
Of that.
I did. Right? I can easily find out on my phone, Joey.
There was that was definitely in the winter time, was it not? Like
no, the sun was out. I'll check on my phone right now. I'll check on my phone. But here's what happened. So it was basically a ramp. Yeah. Straight. This is the road that was crossing my road. I was coming like this. Yeah. And then they had the right of way. They don't have a stop sign. They don't have a traffic light. I have a stop sign coming in like this. Yeah. So Tesla, the Model Y stopped at the stop sign, all right? But then it misunderstood what the other traffic rules were. It didn't know that the opposing traffic, well, not opposing, sorry, the crossing traffic didn't have a stop sign. It thought it was a four-way stop.
Okay.
Typically on the stop signs, when it's an all-way stop, it says all-way, so it didn't read that. So to me, it was a little deficient in how it read things. So Joey, it was advancing and it was gonna get T-boned.
Yeah,
cut the crap.
Exactly.
Just have to hit the pedal.
So Sharif, I want to add to this point. So what I'm reading on the difference, and I was telling you this before when I was listening to the All In podcast and listening to the CEO of Uber. So the difference between the LiDAR and the camera system is that the LiDAR it sets up this kind of map where everything that is permanent, it documents and it collects it as data, opposed to what Tesla's operations are doing via just the cameras and everything along those lines. So the difference, I think, what we're seeing here is that the LiDAR would have been able to detect that, hey, this is already in the database, this is in the system. We know that this isn't a four-way stop. We're not just going off of what the current system is running off of, and then it maybe been able to detect that the fact that it wasn't a four-way stop, just a one-way, because it's permanent.
Yeah, I know, but like, why can't Tesla do that as well? Why can't it be image reading through the neural network and also have pre-data stuff that's already, established? I don't know, guys. Do you guys know? Does Tesla's FSD include pre-programmed information like, speed limits? So it doesn't have to read the speed limit signs. We can do, obviously, an AI search. It's not that complicated, but we want to engage with you guys, obviously. So I don't know, man. Joey, the fact of the matter is I saw what I saw, but to be fair, it was a while ago. So I'm sure.
I mean, a lot of things. You got to think about how we're in such the we're in such the early stages of this stuff. It's inevitable that these things are going to happen. It's unfortunate that you're going to have some bad accidents. You're going to be blowing past red lights, and hopefully it doesn't come at the cost of human life. But that's how just rules and everything along those lines are made. So I'm not too worried about it, considering that it's just still such a brand new technology, and we don't even really have mass adoption just yet.
No, we don't. And I've seen really good videos about the use case scenarios where traffic is not heavy, like on highways. Like you can totally see this being a great method for long haul trucking. And it doesn't have to even be black or white. Like, think about this. I mean, you could have the actual truck driver themselves only operate the vehicle when they're in the city, right? The other times they could be doing something else, or I don't know, like, you know what I mean? Like, or there could be like stations where truck drivers could pick up autonomous trucks and then they could drive them and say whatever. It could be some sort of hybrid system. It doesn't have to be a black or white kind of either this or that, And even we've seen technology evolve. Like, look at hybrid engines. It wasn't right away from gas into electric. There was always that middle ground, that the transitionary phase. So anything's possible.
Let me touch on this here quick. Look how important the weightings are in the market. Look what the Qs look like, and look how NVDA looks like. It's essentially paying no mind to what Amazon and Meta have been up to, just continuously selling here. So yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate. If they were all starting to, if all the big names were participating and NVDA wasn't selling off like it was, the Qs would be putting in a new all-time high. Amazon's just continuously grinding, Meta's continuously grinding, so that's how important some of the weightings are. And NVDA being extremely, extremely heavy, it's interesting to watch, in my opinion. We're getting lit. I'm getting lit up here on this NVDA.
All right, I'll talk to the chat. Great comments from you guys. I'm seeing Ozan chime in. I'm seeing Ichiro chime in. Excuse me. Great comments, guys. It looks like. What's it called? The map data. It's a hybrid system with Tesla where it's also reading what it sees, but it also has some pre-programmed stuff. So you guys confirming that. Good look. I mean, we'll see what Elon does, but I don't think it's going to get worse, and that's the thing, right? Like,
no.
Yeah, and that's kind of my look there. All right, guys, let's get back to stocks.
Yeah. I'm
not liking anything. All right, let's just get right down to it. Okay, I don't like anything right now. Okay, I changed my mind. I like ZSPC. What a big boy breakout we have right now on ZSPC. Sorry, Americans. You guys always get upset about that. I like it. Look at this breakout right here. Oh, baby. There it goes through 150. It's climbing. It's making higher highs. It's making higher lows. And then it's doing bupkis in terms of volume. Then all hell breaks loose at around 115. 215, 220, and then the big boy breakout candle, 225, the current one we're on, into 179 high. This is a breakout right now. It's up 64%. 11.7 million shares traded on the day, provided of augmented reality and virtual reality education solutions, focused on both U.S. and so like K-8 stuff. So we're going to keep an eye out on this one. I'm not seeing any new headline coming in, but, you know, we don't really need that for small cap gappers, Joey.
Yep. All right, guys. Each year, 3.8 million concussions are reported in the U.S., yet there is still no FDA-approved treatment. NIAID-listed Oragenics Ogen is changing that with its first-in-class intranasal drug designed for rapid brain access, with the concussion treatment market projected to reach $8.9 billion by 2027. Oragenics is uniquely positioned to lead the way. Learn more and schedule a meeting today. Today. All right, I'm getting out of this NVDA. I think it's just so much of a grind here. I want to participate onto the downside. I think there's going to be significantly more strength there. I think the sellers are stronger on today's session. So with that being said, we're south of the volume weighted average price on the TQs. We'll take that loss right there on NVDA. Let's see if we can get a move lower here on the TQs as we are at the top end of the range. And I'm willing to add, once we're able to break this 107.44 level, then we're going more south. We're going to add substantially to this position because I'm feeling that type of way. But it's crazy. The TQs are worth $107. Like, I was trading the TQs when it was worth 20, 30 bucks.
Yeah. I remember that very specifically.
In the teens, and it's $107.
They're going to have to split.
You think they'll split it?
100%. Yeah, they're going to want people to pile in.
To get involved in
why wouldn't they, Joey? I mean, like, what does it dilute? What are you diluting?
Nothing. Essentially. Yeah,
you're getting the shares.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I will not short the TQs. I know why I'm short right now, Ozan. There's nothing much. I'm willing to short it to head back to lower. But if it breaks through some resistance, then we'll just get out. I'm looking to take the opportunities. I'm looking for potential trades. NVDA is weak. AMD is relatively weak, and some of the other bigger names. Tesla's slowly grinding. I mean, we have Amazon and Meta that are doing all right, but what has Apple been up to on the session?
It's a crap.
I mean, if these names start to rally, then I'm just going to get out of it. I don't want any part of it. But look at Apple today, just absolutely getting rinsed.
Rinsed, bro.
258 all the way down to 253. How are we on the daily? There we go. So Sharif and I were talking about this consolidation. So essentially what happens, instead of breaking up, it wants to just grab more liquidity, maybe fill a bit of this gap here. And then I think at some point it's going to go on its merry way. And it's the same thing with a lot of these names. And I love just buying some of these breaks and breakthroughs. Sometimes, like, it's not that easy, but sometimes the market's so predictable, even though it's frustrating.
Talking smack to the market. Bro.
Yeah, all day. I'll talk pure smack to it. Because
this guy's feeling some kind of way.
Yeah, right now. I am. I truly am. And there goes NVDA. But I mean, you can't be nice to this stuff. It has no emotions. Absolutely. So for me personally, it's like, let's rock and roll. If we're gonna head lower, then let's head a little bit lower. And there goes the TQs. Watch out for Amazon though. This is what I was looking at. Chase the Pax was like, hey man, this is gonna be a big time move, and I wholeheartedly agree with them. There you go, from around 220 all the way up to 226, so not too bad of a move there, Sure.
All right, I'm looking at several names right now. NUAI could be putting a possible breakout candle. It just printed. The first 5-minute candle will make a new high, and I'm interested. It just hasn't cleared the prior candle's high by a substantial amount enough for me to feel like maybe we're turning over here. So I'm going to continue to wait, and if that means getting a worse price, then that's the cost of doing business. Second of all, I'm now looking at Kaba. Kaba put in a range-breaking candle, 319. It took out prior candle high, and this one is up 32%. It's above VWAP. It's above the pre-market high. It's got 32% under its wings. So I'm definitely keeping an eye here. Now, it's slowed down substantially in terms of volume. It's done 25 2/3 million shares on the day, and the tape is barely moving. I don't like that. So we're going to have to wait because I don't think it's quite ready yet. And it's a very, very clear declining volume profile. it's much clearer on the black charts. Take a look right here, CABA, CABA. Look at that volume profile, lower high, lower high, lower high, and there's really no end to that. So I'm certainly not interested in that at the moment. If that means getting a worse price, it means getting a worse price. And then last but not least, SPCE, the one that I was calling out, it's got a red candle right now. It's obviously a higher low because it was a nice breakout candle, but it looks like there was buyers stepping in at 65. At least that's the way it appears to me on the 1 minute chart. So I might be interested in getting in here and then maybe giving it to 55, which I also see as another potential consolidation. Now this is a late day breakout, which makes me like it more because it is, you know, catching a bid late day, not early where it's exhausted and, you know, sellers are piling out. So I think I'm going to get in here and I'm going to have a couple of DCAs planned on this to defend 60 and into 55. Loses 55, it loses my interest. Adara.
Keep an eye here in Helen of Troy. This is actually an earnings play that was on our morning watch list this morning. Why am I bringing it up now? As you can see, their guidance here for fiscal 2026 GAAP EPS well below estimates. And Hedgeye issuing a short report for Helen of Troy saying that it destroys capital. Little pun here in the name of this short comment from Hedgeye for HELE. This is at low of days, still pushing lower. Not a great look. Back to you.
Fighting words, man.
Oh, I like it, Adira. That's good look. All right, good. Joey, what's going on?
Yeah, so I'm still short here, guys. We added into this, so we're getting really aggressive, looking to get that move down to 107.20 and even around the low of the day. If we break through this level, then I'm just going to get out. We'll take a loss on this one. I'm willing to risk essentially what I've got on going for the session, so that will put me more red or not more red if I am wrong on this thesis. But I'm going to be patient and wait for some solid opportunities. I mean, Tesla's starting to grind a little bit higher. Amazon's grinding and everything along those lines. But the thing is, I don't think that it's a long today. I could be totally wrong. You never know if you get a news catalyst. But if it's not a long, you want to go into the opposite of that. So we're going Oppo 107.30. We get that crack. We're heading towards that next level, and that's going to be 107.10. And if we see any form of momentum and velocity start to pick up, then we're going to add even more aggressively, even double up our current size. Just because I think I want to make this potential trade. It's not an A+ setup, but I like the fact that the market is just chopping around. And if we can catch the top end of the range, then I like our opportunity and the probability for us to go back to the lower end.
All right, good look, Joey. Okay, we're in both. We're in NUAI and we're in ZSPC. Taking prints on both. Long on ZSP 68, wet the beak, 73, looking for 77s next. We're not out of the water. We have a higher low on the current candle, but clearly also a lower high. Also, keeping an eye here on NUAI and knocking the door of 3. It's putting in a candle that I don't like the look of this candle's jib, quite frankly, at all. We're long at 95, wet the beak at 99, but it's coming back into 95. So we're going to have to keep an eye out on this one. But CABA, I'm still interested in CABA, but it's just not doing the volume. Now, I mean, is the volume coming in sporadically? Big volume, that is, like you're getting 2,000 there at 20, another 2,000 at 20 and 2/3. So the volume is not coming in fast, but the order sizes are not too small either. This is going to require more analysis, obviously, by tape reading. Look at that. Look at that flood of prints that just came in. All these ones are deep prints too, so that doesn't please me either. So I don't know, Joey. I got to tell you, man, CABA's looking good here, but I'm just not seeing the volume. But I'm seeing the chart pattern that I like. I'm seeing the higher highs. I'm seeing higher. Let's just go in, man. We're gonna go in, Joey. And look, if it rides trend here, we'll take some out at 26s, and we'll see what we get up there. So I'm involved in 3 names now, looking for continuation on all 3.
All right, Rich, buddy. Why be keeping an eye out for me, my friend? I'm all right. I'm doing all right over here. Joey, DKNG. Let's take a look at DraftKings and see what's cooking up on that front. DKNG, Donkey Kong.
Get it.
Okay, there you go. You're starting to get your recovery. Let's actually take a look at this name from a daily. I think that's going to be extremely important, considering you've just had consecutive days of aggressive selling, punching through that shoulder 1, neckline, shoulder 2, maybe potentially. You gap down 42.06 and then heading down towards that 32 level, which is not too good of a look whatsoever. And there goes the NVDA looking like it wants to snap through some resistance or some support as well. So bang, from that point, you're still down 30%. From this previous pivot high, guess how much we're down here?
How much?
34%. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, it's a tough look. Support levels in this area, you can see it bounce off of 32, 33, so not too bad. Good, solid session that we're seeing from DKNG there. And that's the thing. So I'm trading the Qs, and we got Amazon just continuously grinding higher, living in its own world right now. So we got to watch out for that just in case Google wants to bounce. Why do I have multiple of the same chart up here? Let's find something else to put up. We got Tesla, NVDA. We'll toss Tesla up there, Apple. I don't have that going on just yet. AAPL. Why are you laughing at Assassino?
Assassino, bro. He's quick with it too,
he's
bro.
really quick with it,
He doesn't let you make that mistake, bro. You think you're gonna get one by him?
You think bang, exactly like that. So no, but in all seriousness, you can see it's just been a choppy mess. So if we break through that level that I was talking about earlier, then we'll just get out of the trade and look for something else. It is the latter half of the session, so momentum most likely not to step in. It's grinding in whatever specific direction the underlying wants to trade in there.
All right, Joey. Just keeping an eye here, NUAI. All right, let's get in another little bit. We're gonna go like, where are we gonna go? We're gonna go like that. We're gonna go like that. We're gonna put it at 85. It's okay. So keeping my eye here on NUAI, definitely need this one to continue trend. It's got an indecision candle at 5 into 3 on the 5-minute chart into $3. I know that probably sounded crazy, but yeah, it's a candle of indecision, and I don't know which way this cookie crumbles. So we're gonna do the following. We're gonna look to get in at 85. It loses 78. It's all over. So we're gonna give it to area low over here, low of the area 78. So probably gonna sit at the midpoint. So we'll see if this one continues or what its situation is. ZSPC as well is displeasing me. It's still putting in higher lows, but it feels like it might be a matter of time till that higher low situation ends up turning into a flat bottom break. Now, lower high, and here we go, another lower high with a 65 flat bottom. But that wasn't my plan, if you recall. My plan was to defend the 60 to 55 area buy zone. I see this as a good buy zone area. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna sit at 62 for an area defend. So we'll front run the level by a couple of pennies. This is the area that I like for an accumulation. We'll see if it comes down into that area and holds up, or what its situation is gonna be. Ozan, please. Sharif, make
What's
great
he saying?
again.
What's he doing?
I'm doing all right, brother. I'm not bad on the day, actually, quite frankly. There we go. Now we get the ad on my friend ZSPC. We got 64s on now, so let's go ahead and throw out some orders for a nice pop back up. That's the situation. So we're going to see exactly what we get. Yeah, that's good. Go like that. And then we're going to see what we get there. Keeping an eye on Kaba as well. Where's my Kaba trade? That one's doing nothing. We're in at 21, and it's showing me 21. So as I expected with my very annoying friend Kaba, it is a slow one. Charles Lineback. Sharif, can you look at NXXT? I remember this one from a couple of days ago. Let's take a quick look, see what that bad boy is up to on the day. NXXT. Sounds like NXT, that, WWF.
Remember that show? Oh my God, Sharif. You know what I stumbled across on YouTube the other day? Remember that show, MXC?
No.
Most Extreme Challenge?
Oh,
with the
ringing a bell.
They were doing like the voiceovers.
Let's load it up. Is that the one where like there's an obstacle course?
Yeah, brother, and yo. Yeah, I honestly I'm like, oh my God. It was easily the most. Just go MX.
This one?
Oh yeah. Those two guys were absolutely hilarious.
That's crazy.
Yeah, my grandpa. Yeah.
That's the dubbed version for Fabian.
Yeah,
Okay. Oh, that's why it's 6 hours.
Yeah.
So Fabian's like, this is a stitched up collaboration, compilation, of a bunch. And it's a parody one, so there's a voiceover.
It's not even close to what they're saying.
I'm gonna have to watch this later.
Oh man, it's so hilarious. It's not even funny. The things that they say, it's like, there's no chance you could say that on TV today. It was actually one of the greatest shows. It was a different time, man. Different time. Everybody wasn't so easily offended, I guess, at the end of the day. But there it is. TQs, we're still holding on to this, man. We're adding into this position.
Spike TV?
Yeah,
what
exactly. It was Spike, man. A lot of good things on Spike.
Anymore.
No,
Toxic masculinity.
Yeah, gone. Out of here. See you later. We don't want any of that. But as for the TQs, guys, key resistance level. Excuse me one more time. As soon as we break through this zone, I'm going to get out because I'm substantially heavier now, looking for the market to continue to bleed. You're getting that pullback in Amazon. Relatively shallow, though. Keep that in mind. I highly doubt that we get all the way back to the volume-weighted average price. Apple starting to put in a potential new low as well, heading towards that area, and Google's just hovering around specific zones. But look, like, see, that's the thing. It's like NVDA gets a little pop. Guess what? The Nasdaq wants to pop as well too.
Oh.
So yeah, there we go. I'm gonna hop out this short momentarily. Sharif, what do you got?
No problem, Joey. We're keeping an eye on Kaba here because, like it or not, it is not doing the requisite volume, but it's stair-stepping up. So we've got the breakout through 20, and now we're riding into the mid to low 20s. High a day, 34. Looking for profits at 26 on CABA. Keeping a close eye on that one. There's 25. We're getting the move now on CAB. It's up 35%. You're not really getting the rocket ship kind of movement that we've all come to expect with small cap gappers and small cap gapper like stocks. But, you know, if it's later on, we'll take the stair step up. No problem there. So that's what I'm looking at right now, CABA. We've also got NUAI on. We've got a couple of pennies in the money on that 85 ad. Recall, we were adding at this level because we were going to say this is going to be the end right there. 78, this is the end.
This is
right?
the end.
My bad, bro. My bad. I know. I do things like that.
That's all right. That's
you
all
know,
right,
they just
brother.
come into my mind.
Same,
like,
man.
and then
Sometimes
it's like,
that's
yo,
what-
I got to
like,
expel it. You know what I mean?
Let it release.
You like that movie, Skyfall?
The James Bond?
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's the Adele song. This is the end.
Oh, okay. What's
Right?
the one with when our?
It's called Skyfall, I'm pretty sure. No?
I thought that was what's Billie Eilish.
Nah, I'm pretty sure it's Adele. Is it?
Yeah,
not?
but I'm pretty sure Billie Eilish does one as well.
Oh, yeah. Well, I wouldn't put that past her out.
What a voice, eh?
Billy, look, bro, I give that one credit, bro.
Oh,
she's got one.
Eyes.
All right, we're doing it live right now on NUAI. Is this one starting to put some higher highs here as we accumulate into 3? So I'm happy we did add into that higher low area, and right now we're showing 94s. I'm waiting on the north side of 3 though. Okay, so we're 95 now. We rejected at 3 last time, but most notably this time we put in that higher low. So yes, we know we're going to encounter resistance at 3, but we know for a fact that the buyers were more exuberant this time around than they were previously. How do I know that? They bought it at higher levels. That's all the proof I need. So I'm waiting at 3 for a breakout come what may. Keeping an eye, of course, on Kaba. We get the print at 26s. Please this punch, as Adair like always says. We're now going to set up another profit taker, and we're going to put it north of 30. So we're going to throw it there, and then we're going to see what we're going to get. And then ZSPC. This one's the one that's giving me trouble. It's coming in here. We got the ad. We're still waiting for that mid or accumulation zone ad. It looks like it weaseled down into 57s, didn't print me as a result of the cross, and now it's showing me 60. So displeased with that because I would have definitely liked to have had that lower print to adjust the DCA. So keeping tabs on that. Also keeping tabs on NUAI. We just made a lower low on the 5-minute chart. So this is a bearish engulfing candle. It has a higher high and a lower low relative to the prior candle. This is the kind of crap I don't like, right? Because it throws off the whole assessment. So we're going to have to deal with what we've got. We're keeping an eye on NUAI. Joey, what do you got?
All right, cool. Good look there. So this is going to be our final ad. We're just starting relatively small. We are getting a little bit more aggressive. We did break through this area. It's been a choppy one. Tesla's continuing to grind, so I don't want to hold on to this too much longer. If it doesn't want to come back in and break some of these resistance zones, we'll just hop out of that one and save face at the end of the day. So as for that, let's go through a couple of our scans. I got to keep my eyes on what we got going on here. Let's get that scan rocking and rolling. Eyes on the TQs in the moment. So as for our scanner, guys, there's nothing that I'm seeing that I like right now. There can always be those opportunities. So let's get this up here for you, so I can also see what I'm got going on. All right, we're going to do that ad, and then we're going to run through our scanner here momentarily.
And now for some exciting news out of Canada for sophisticated traders on this stream. Beta Pro by Global X Canada, Canada's largest provider of leveraged inverse and inverse leveraged ETFs. has just launched 6 new triple leveraged, yes, ETFs, offering 3 times bull and 3 times bear exposure to the S&P TSX 60, semiconductors, and on U.S. Treasuries. And if you want even better, they're offering a special fee rebate. They're dropping those pesky management fees down to just 65 basis points, all until New Year's Eve, December 31st, 2025. Plus, the U.S. focused strategies use currency hedging, which offers the potential for pure performance and exposure. So, if you're a tactical, sophisticated trader and you're looking to amplify your performance, check out betapro.ca/3x daily to learn more. Shout out to the good folks.
Shout out to them.
Beta Pro. So that is the look there. All right, what's our situation over here, Joey?
Oh, hold on 1 second. Sorry,
yeah,
Sharif. Sorry
ahead,
there,
bro.
brother. Let's see what we got going on. We're going to run through, oh my days, Mara. Okay, so not too bad of a look there. Hammer candle print. Look at the volume supporting it there. So yeah, we like what Mara's got going on right now. It's kind of late. That ship has sailed. So if we get any pullback into VWAP and it holds, I like our chances on a potential long continuation there. What has IBIT been up to? I haven't been looking at it. Still weak, guys. There's no real buy program setting in. I think it's more or less a cover rally here. So you sell, you're down 3% roughly on the session, and then now you're just slightly starting to recover, and you get that breath in the overall market. So that's what we're looking at. CSLK, clean spark. Okay, hammer print there. So we're kind of a little bit behind on the ball. This QUBT was the quantum space. A lot of overlapping candles. I would struggle right here, just due to the fact that it's overlapping. This is chop mania. As Adara said, this is like chop the steak center, so we don't want any of that steak whatsoever. Now, as for BMNR, not too good of a look either, but at the end of the day, we're still short the TQs. Let's see if we can get a little bit of a move lower. We can see that we have this 5-minute trend line. If that holds up, if it snaps the back end of it, then we're going to hop out of that trade.
Snaps the back end. That's not a good look, Joey.
Snappy, snappy.
All right. Man, I just got a message from Patty, man. Well, I missed that guy.
What's he saying?
Bro.
Oh, man, I haven't heard from him in a while. What's he doing?
He's got a new production. He does a lot of production, construction production on sets and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah?
Stuff.
Okay.
Shows. He's doing all that kind of stuff.
That's good for him, man. Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Which is perfect for him, right? Because like it's all.
Oh, does he work for like the production? Was it WWW or something like that? You know which one I'm talking about?
No,
the one that you see around the city. It's like WW.
Yeah.
You know
I'm pretty sure he's doing it independently.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah,
there you go.
his own
Bang.
Company.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Shout out to BPI, baby.
Shout out
Patty
BP.
Ice.
Yeah.
All right, look, Bovin calling out a good one over here. LAES, near days highs. It just actually worked into that 70 penny level, pulling back a little bit off the 10 EMA. This is the 5-minute chart on LAES. Let's throw in the ticker and take a look. Yeah, I mean, clean area hold, $0.50-ish. It does lose the $0.50, but generally holds it. Holds it at the 10. You're still lower highs, so I'd be concerned about that. I'd be looking for continuation above 65 to test the high of the day, 72. So that's a look there. I mean, it's not a bad look. Bovin, definitely work into this. It's already on the side chart here, so we'll keep taps on that. But NUAI is losing the bid, and I think this is going to be the end of the trade for me on NUAI because it looks like it's going down to VWAP. And I don't need to DCA into an oblivion. I can just know that I'm wrong here, cut the trade, and then get back in at the volume average price because this has lost the bid. So that's the end of that trade. So we'll give back a little bit on NUAI, but we'll stay positive on it on the day. So all good there. Looking for continuation now on CABA, which we did. We got that print into 29s, but we did not get the one north of 30, so we'll be packing our patience on that. And then ZSPC coming into that area, so we did get the fill there. We've got 62s on. We're showing 59s, so we're out of the money. So we need to get in the money, so let's put in a beak wetter there at 64s. And then we want to load up a LAES now on the trading screen. So we have NUAI on both. We don't need that. Let's load up LAES on said trading screen and take a gander at what's happening right now. So we got a higher low on this current 5-minute candle, prior candle low 54. This candle low, I know I'm grasping at straws here, but it's 55 and it's trading near the high end of the range. So I wouldn't mind riding the trend here with maybe a prior bar low break. That's exactly what I'm going to do. Let's get in. Oh, come on, bro. Seriously? There we go. Go ahead,
Sure.
Joey.
Yeah. So, okay, the chat's been mentioning Palantir. Palantir going nuts on today's session. Wow, look at this volume step in. Something must be going on here in PLTR, but a big time breakout. You punched through that previous high of the day. This is the opening wick high, and then now you're starting to continue. Most definitely the volume kicking in. Is Palantir alive once again? It's looking like it, guys. Boom, it's alive. 185.66. We're not too far away from that high. Only a couple points there, guys. Adara, talk to us.
I found this on Palantir. It came out this morning. Palantir receiving a $385 million VA contract for National Center for Veterans Analysis and Statistic Platforms. So that's what's happening here for PLTR. That came out pre-market. Not seeing why it's moving up now, but for some context, back to you.
Right on. Thank you very much for that, Adara. So yeah, guys, you can see it's just like build. As long as we don't break this peak, we're going to be okay. So yeah, we're going to continuously do so. The volume stepping into the downside, and these pullbacks are relatively cool. So as long as the mags start to participate, we break through some key support levels at 192 on NVDA. You get Amazon to get a little bit of a pullback. Even though I'm not really expecting that, just due to the strength, it's going to be micro pullbacks and shallow breaths. But we do have a steady downtrend on the Qs that we're looking to hold up. Let me draw it for you guys over here. So 5-minute time frame, you have this move over here. As long as that holds up multiple touches across this realm, now we want to have the strong rejection of that level and then head lower into 107.30s and even potentially the low of the day. I think we have to be extremely patient on this one, but the continuous rejections are giving me some confidence within this setup, Shree.
Good look, Joey. Yeah. Good look. All right, wishing you the best on that,
Thanks,
obviously. All right, keeping an eye here on ZSPC. Looks like we're finally putting in the first 5-minute candle to make a new high. So let's see if we have now started to turn. It's up 50%, and again, it's a late day runner. So I typically like these ones a little bit better, these late day runners. It's not a hard and fast rule, just an observation, anecdotal mostly. Looking for the first print here at 64, showing me 62s. We got 62s on, so we're not really asking for much here. So we're gonna keep eyes on that. CABA. Pulling back into the 10, showing me a bit of a hold off the 10, looking for continuation above 30. That is where we're waiting. 331 for the print there. And then LAES, where's that trade? There it is. Boom. Nice.
Boom.
Good continuation. Shout out to you, Bovin, for calling this one out into 65. We're looking now for 69. It's a 72 high a day. So I do expect some resistance into that 70 to 75 penny area, hence why I'm setting up on the 69. You guys know where I'm setting up, man. All right. There we go. 67's now showing up, Joey. All right. Shout out to Denise. Get it, Denise. Hope you're printing up multiple storms on your side of the screen today. I hope everybody's printing up multiple storms, man. And that's why we got this animation.
All right, I'm out of TQs, by the way. It just blew past that, so we got to get out of that. We got out of that really quick there, Sharif. Google's starting to rip to the top side, breaking out through that 2047 and starting to get really rocking and rolling. So I'm looking to participate in that one. Let's get involved in some of this Google, see if we can get a big time break and a continuation up here.
Looking for it, Joey. All right. We're going to keep us posted on that. Joseph Wilson, keeping an eye here on LAES, still focusing on this. But I also want to point out SYRE. I had a bit of a trade on this one earlier. It kind of lost the bid, and then it found support in no man's land. And I was like, okay, well, it's clearly one that I don't understand, so why force a trade on it? But here it is, catching a bit again and looking to take out $21. It's a $21.50 high of day. It looks like it found the print here support at the $0.50. It's not any moving average or any previous area of technical support or resistance that I would have gauged. So I don't feel too bad about not executing here on SYRE. But look, it doesn't mean you guys can't. So it's a good look here. Keep your eye on, though, the trend with higher highs and higher lows. Serve Robotics, multiple trades on this today, and the trend is clean. Look, you're not exactly making higher highs on every trend, on every, bounce, but you're getting clean bounces off technical areas. Most lately, you've been getting clean bounces off VWAP. You got it here. That's where I got involved at around 130, and you're getting it again. I missed this one. I should have been more alive to that. It's a 50 penny winner. Even if it is making a downtrend, it is finding support at the volume weighted average price. SERV is a ticker I'm referring to. So keep tabs on that, Joey. How we doing here on LAES? Go ahead, Joe.
No, I'm saying, how you doing?
How you doing?
Yeah, how you doing?
We're all right. We're waiting for a print here at 69 on LAES, but it's zigging and zagging. A little 68 here, a little 67 there. So not quite making the print there.
Okay.
Yeah. I was gonna mention something, but it's slipping my mind at the moment.
Okay, all right.
Here we go. Oh, here we go, Joey. Oh, there it is. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
There is the print on LAES. We get that 69 print, and here we go. We are now knocking on the door again of that high of day. It is 572 high of day. So we're going to go and keep an eye on that. We're going to shout out Ozan. You were going to say 69. Nah, I took the print at 70, buddy. All good there. What's up, Adara?
Yeah, I mean, we have the Nasdaq here on watch. We do have Donald Trump set to meet with the president of, or the leader of Finland here. That's going to be happening 3 p.m. is when they're going to do the greeting, and then they're going to be having as well after the greeting. There's supposed to be a, I guess, a meeting between the two. It says closed press. Usually these bilateral meetings are open to the press. I'll have the stream on either way. I'll keep you guys posted. Back to you.
Thank you for that, Adara. How you doing over there, Joey?
I'm all right. We're going to have to hop out of this this good old trade there and probably there on AMD. So yeah, that's right. We took some losses on that one, guys. Patience on this one. So I got to sit on my hands to see if we can find anything else. It's just been an absolute chop day. You can see that Google breaks out and then doesn't want to continue. The volume not really stepping on that one. So I got to be patient there. And then we took a loss on AMD as well. So keep our eyes on this one. See what we got.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay, guys.
Yeah.
We have that.
Thank you, Brando. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. That sounds good to me. Yeah. So right now I'm sitting on my hands. We had the trades earlier in the day on NVDA. That was definitely the best one of the session as the market NVDA started to really come back in. We tried an additional long there, and then this is what really mattered up onto that one. So I got nothing really. We're in power hour, Sharif.
Yes, sir.
Let's see what we can get anything on the imbalance.
I got to tell you, Joey, I'm starting to like ZSPC less and less. And the reason is locally here on the 5, we're putting in topping tail candles. Now, I don't want to start judging this one badly too quickly. We did have that same topping tail candle problem in the candle at 210, 215, and 220, and then we got a rocket breakout, right? So maybe it is within its kind of regular nature to put in these topping tails, but you know, I'm already I'm at the level that I like. This is the accumulation zone that I was gauging. So if it loses this, I got to get out. I got 62s on. It's showing me 59s, and it's not continuing through any area highs over here. So I am kind of concerned about ZSPC. That's the bad look there. Clearly on LAES, feel good about that one. Looking for continuation there. And then here we go again on Kaba. This one is working in again into the area highs, looking for that print at 30. We'll wet the beak over here to just a de-risk, but we're going to continue to wait for that print at 30. 30 does seem to be a bit of a staunchy resistance level, so enough to get through that. And that's basically it. Just looking at some of the chat there, seeing what you guys are talking about, seeing anything new, any small cap gappers that you guys may be looking at, let me know, because it's always hard to, you know, just keep your eye on the scanner all the time, but that's typically where I do find them, guys. It is the scanner, and the scanner, as you can probably tell, is on the top screen. And the way I filter my scanner is by change percentage on the day. So the top gappers are the ones that are going to show up first, and then I have like different columns in my scanner. I have change percentage, change since open, changes like the regular change percentage. That one starts populating at 4 a.m. Change since open is 9:30, so I like that. So it kind of gives me the idea which ones were doing well in the pre-market and which ones are doing well after the bell. Then I also have volume, average volume, 5-minute volume as well. I put 5-minute volume on there as a column because I want to know the ones that are doing volume now or recently. You know what I mean? Rather than the ones that did volume like a few hours ago or in the morning. So I have a bunch of different columns up here, as well as, you know, the amount of shares that are possible, that are available for short. That gives me a general idea about how easy to borrow something is for short. That way I'll know, you know, maybe I have to expect some upside resistance because, well, it's an easy borrow, right? You don't really need locates. So there's a bunch of different columns I keep up on my scanner that help me kind of filter the ones that I want to keep my eye on. I just thought I'd throw that your way, guys. Joey.
Yeah, I was just chatting to Obi here over there. But yeah, at the end of the day, let's see what we got here, guys. Waiting for that prime time setup. There goes Palantir, still continuing on that path, climbing higher and higher. AMD starting to grind a little bit back towards those highs as well too. So you get that pullback there. So yeah, let's see what else we got going on. We can go across a couple names. What are you guys looking at here? I have one. Thank you very much. So let's see what else we got. Yeah, I know, for sure. Absolutely, OB. Absolutely. I think a lot of it, anyways, our conversations between us. Apple in reverse. Now let's take a look at AAPL. I have a feel, like, what's going on with Apple? Okay, so it's slightly breaking out as well, too, there. Google's climbing back. AMD just still hovering around the lows. I just think the momentum is most definitely to the downside. But Apple slowly grinding. You got to get in at the lower end of the ranges there. So patience on that one. So yeah, what else you guys got going on? Robinhood. Yeah, let's take a look at Robinhood. Tesla been an absolute grind here to the top side. So not too bad of a look on that front. Amazon, see, this is what I'm talking about in Amazon, just micro pullbacks. You just get small breaths. So if you have the ability to get on some of those dips, I think you'll be doing just fine. NVDA is starting to climb back towards the volume weighted average price as well too. So a couple of things in there, but nothing that's intriguing to me right now. So I'll have to be extremely more patient. Yeah, let's see, 100%. So yeah, what other things are you guys looking at? Did someone say Amazon? I did chase the packs. I did. Yeah, so let's run our scanner here so we're not just going over the same names. We want to talk about a couple things that are slightly different here. QuantumScape, bang, not too bad. I mean, off of those lows, that's a pretty good look. Ford, okay. QBTS. See a lot of this sideways price action. What's SoxL been up to? Same thing, relatively just a nice steady downtrend here. Boom. And see if that looks to hold. You break that and sit on the back side of it, then sure enough, let's see what we got going on. NU, liquidity issues over on that front. AMDL. Okay, yeah, there it is. So this is the 2X long. Someone asked me about what's the difference between NVDX, I think it was, NVDX. So that's just a different provider, someone who is offering those shares. It's a 2X long, nothing different than what NVDL is there, just a different provider. BMNR, where are we? CRML, criminal. I know we know Sharif's been trading this for quite some time, so not too bad of a look there. SoFi, not much. IREN. Again, yeah, I think this is just the narrative here, guys, on today's session. Wow, AMD, you really were looking to climb back higher now? Wow. Okay, yeah, that's a little frustrating. There goes Tesla, putting in a new high of the day. So not too bad of a look. Here's the loss that we took on AMD. It was relatively quick. I just decided to get out. I'm like, all right, we were heavy on it too. Get out through there. Even though you're not essentially wrong, but just due to size, you have to tighten that stop. But now it's starting to move higher. Yeah, that's a little frustrating without any question. Yeah, I know. Dang, it is right, my friend. Dang, it is right. And then here's the TQs breaking through that trend. So watch it snap, volume weighted average price. And who knows, with these big names starting to recover, you can get a nice move in the overall market.
Yeah, we just took out the high there, guys, on LAES. We got the beak wet there at 79. It's breaking out, though. There it is into 80. 81 is the area high. It's showing 81 right now. So, yeah, let's see. This looks like it's going to squeeze into 6. Late day mover. I want to say it was doing, no, that's inaccurate. It was doing volume at 11. It was doing volume at 10. So it's been on the radar all day. I didn't have tabs on this one earlier on, but here we are. Shout out to Bovin for pointing this one out. LAES, good look on this one. ZSPC is, I don't know what the hell to make of this. We're still, 1 penny out of the money, so I don't want to get out, but I haven't taken any prints on it. But this one, let's talk about Kaba. This is pulling back into the 20. It did find support at the 20 last time. We're going to get in here with an exit at the break of 10. That's the area low, so we'll give it to around there. We're looking for continuation here on CABA to hold on to that area. We didn't get the print. Even though it did breach 30, it went to 31, but you can see I didn't get the print. So we didn't get the print at 31, which is frustrating, but that's the way it is. Is there a strategy to sit on the midpoint at a gateway? Because on ARCA, I can't sit on the midpoint, so I have to use a specific gateway to sit on the midpoint,
I think that's a good question for Jose and Obi. Yeah, there you go.
Let's bring in Ob, grab the mic if you can, brother, because like you give us a lesson right now about this, because this is important stuff. Assassino, he's gonna come in if you want.
What's up? About what? About midpoint?
So here's my conundrum,
Right.
Ob. At
Yes.
times, I'm having trouble getting prints on the small cap gappers, and what's end up happening is they go. Let's just say I'm waiting at 37, Ob. It's a 1 penny spread. It'll fill at 36, but won't fill at 37 unless it crosses 37
Right.
and goes to 38.
Okay.
So is there a way I can sit on the mid print, like a 36 and a half? Yeah.
Of course. So we here at Real Trading have access to midpoint orders. Now every kind of gate can provide you that. You can get MyAx mids. You can get ARCA mids. You can see if every single gateway does give you midpoint access. We do have that. But my question is, if the penny is the spread, why not just take out the ask or take out the bid? Why not remove the liquidity? Right, because the small caps move pretty aggressively.
When you're trading small caps and the moves are 1 penny.
Yeah. That's fair.
It makes a big difference
course,
whether you're getting it there or you're getting it.
So you're basically saying that you're sitting on, like, you're providing liquidity and not getting filled.
Put Obi and I. Yeah. Okay. All right.
So what you're basically saying is that you're passively putting in orders but not getting filled. And
because
you want to try a midpoint.
The
That's fair.
is because it's not crossing, right?
Yeah.
And so the strategy is just to get on the. I know there's a gateways that I can use mid prints, right?
For sure. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So even in the gateways that you already have set up, say you have an ARCA gateway, when you go into your menu, you can select the same ARCA but choose it as a midpoint order instead.
Okay. So I need a special key then. I have to.
Yeah, you just have to. You have to have midpoint
keys.
keys. So you have the ARCA regular keys. You just have to program the midpoint keys. But yeah, that's all.
There it is.
Yeah.
Obi, he is the one. Kenobi coming on the midday.
There goes Google. There goes Google too. Like right back to VWAP, a nice slow curl over. Got too aggressive right off of this one, putting the stop right at the top end of the range, and then sure enough, you hold that level and you grind higher. So patience is really key. Note that down. If you see that breakout, don't just chase it up here. We did get a little pop off the initiation of entering the position, but that pullback just too heavy for us to hold on to it, and then you can see the strength displayed within the tape as well. So keeping an eye on that. Apple curling over too, guys. So we have the cues on the backside of the trend, which is absolutely phenomenal. So yeah, let's see what we got going on. I would be surprised if I take anything else throughout the day.
I don't really have anything, Joe.
Yeah, okay, you don't got anything? All right. Well, I mean,
still
want to go
sitting
over
in the same positions, to be honest with you. We're still in Kaba here, Joey, but actually we got stopped. No, we're in Kaba at 15s. We had to get out a little bit because it was approaching that $3 area. I don't mind picking it up at $3, but that's basically it. That's all I've got at the moment. ZSPC is definitely not working. That's gonna have to end right now. I'm gonna get back into NUAI though if it starts making higher highs and higher lows. But ZSPC, this is the line in the sand that we were talking about. This $0.50 has to hold. I realize that the volume weighted average price is at the $0.50, but I don't want to keep DCAing, especially with with the lower highs. They concern me. Certainly, I'm not a big fan of the lower highs right now, Joey.
Okay. We'll go back to our scanner here. Let's go over some options activity as well. We can do both of those. Let's pull up our O chain, and then we also got. Where is this thing? Oh, okay. I want to put my scanner on this one. I only have it at my one at home. So yeah, let's go through what I have up over here. Why isn't that being displayed? Let's go SPY. Oh, okay. All right. There we go. Water watch list. We can go Apple, AMD. Why isn't it pulling that up? Why you gotta be? Why you gotta be like that? Yeah. Why you gotta go and do that? Why you gotta go and do that?
Hold on. That's Tribe Called Quest, right?
I don't know who it is.
Why you gotta go and do that, love, huh?
Why you gotta go and do that? Do that.
Yeah.
Check Amazon October 17th. Ozan says 21. October, November 20th, 30 calls. Let's do that right now. Let's do it live. We're going over to October 17th. That's going to be next week's. What strike price are we talking about? 230 calls. excuse me, little open interest over there at those 230 level, 44,400, and then also 28,000 contracts traded on the session. So not too horrible of a look there. Okay, let's see what this one's up to. Not much options volume going on there. VOOO. This one, a great dividend. I know some people who made a lot of money off of this, VOOO, but still relatively subdued from the options activity. Let's take a look at SPY. We haven't looked at the SPY. Look at the at-the-money IV, a whopping 13%.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's not very high whatsoever, is it, Sharif? No. So, but we got a lot of volume on this session. These are the zero DTEs. $671 strike price, 483,000 contracts. 672, 521. Insane.
In the membrane.
So yeah, a lot of stuff going on here. We'll take a look at the Nasdaq as well. I mean, SPY will always have a little bit more volume, which I find interesting, even though this is a little bit cheaper. But you can see the concentration through 610 to 612, 246, 149, 114, 188 at 609. So the concentration is within that specific zone, so slightly at the money, in the money, and out of the monies on that front. Now let's take a look at Microsoft. Yeah, I mean, you don't usually see too much options activity up there, Street, but at 540, we're currently trading at 519, 520. We'll call it flat, but we still have a little bit of a call wall on that front. Let's take a look at our puts. There's always going to be more activity on the puts. I shouldn't say always. The most of the time you're going to see more activity on the calls than you are going to on the puts. So when I do the option segment in the morning, I don't put the puts up there unless there's a substantial amount, okay? If you have that massive put wall where you're like, hey, this is most definitely going to bounce off of this level. This is the biggest put wall that I've seen in a long time. And we're going to start to see a lot more of that leading into earnings season. Adair, what do you got for us?
Get it, Adair.
Be aware here, Donald Trump speaking to Alexander Stubb, leader of Finland. That stream is live. I'm watching it. If there are any updates, I'll let you know, but they are in the office. Excuse me, there's very often a Q&A period after they make some comments and talk. So if anything related to the market is mentioned, I'll certainly keep you apprised. Back to you.
Thank you, Indira. Guys, NUAI's got a nice little continuation here. Generally still putting in lower highs, though, and that's the thing. So I don't want to be quick to jump in. It's area high, lower high, lower high. We're still on that lower high trend. So NUAI may not have the juice quite yet, but LAES is at an interesting area. It's at the 10 EMA on the 5, which it's been very respectful of. So let's get in here and see exactly what we can get possibly on LAES at this level. And we're going to give it to 60 just so we can give it a bit of a buffer zone over here. Yeah, we'll give it, yeah, that's fine. Do that, Joey, and then we got any shares on LAES. So what do we have? We have 69s, all right, so let's layer some orders for a nice possible price spike up, and then we'll put some bigger orders at higher prices. So that's exactly what we'll do there on LAES, looking for continuation there. What else we got? NUAI, I'm definitely keeping my eye on NUAI, but I'm just not ready to go in quite yet on that. ZSPC, we're still holding trend over here, but the volume is dropping off, so that is concerning me. 55 area, still that area of support. There we go, 59s. We've got 59s on right now. Let's see if we can get a bit of continuation on this one. It's still putting in lower highs, though, so not get too excited. And then in CABA, it's going to have to defend 3. That's a line in the sand. 3 is also the volume weighted average price. So we'll see if it finds a nice area there. I think we're going to go to Adair. She's got breaking news.
Brother.
Dude, it involves Microsoft. I'm just seeing this headline. I'm waiting for more context, but just to let you guys know, this is dropping. Apparently, forecasts here for Microsoft show that there's going to be a data center crunch persisting into 2026. If in case you guys missed it earlier this year, there are some concerns about Microsoft's data center usage and revenue and the like. Apparently, this crunch or concern is going to persist going forward. But again, not many details. When I get more details, I'll let you know. Back to you.
Thank you. Yeah, reacts to that, obviously. This is interesting here. Microsoft 365, wow, down for thousands of users. Down detector shows suite of productivity software down for thousands of users Thursday. Down detector, I didn't even know there was a website called downdetector.com. Nearly 17, no, I didn't know. Oh, yeah. 17,000 incidents of people reporting issues. Wow, okay, Down Detector, which tracks outages, collecting status reports from a number of sources, including submitted errors on its platform. Interesting. The actual number of affected users may vary. They're saying 17,000, but that could be, just preliminary.
Substantial.
We'll see. Interesting. Interesting look there. Okay, LAES popping off. We're getting some prints there on the high side into 74s. Looking for continuation, though, man. We're still waiting. SERV is breaking out, though, guys. Here we go. SERV, where is SERV? Okay, we're going to have to put it back on, Joey. We took it off. SERV breakout right now on it. Could be a good continuation play. We just took out local area highs. We're still going to be south of that 17 2/3, but it's a good continuation on this one. There you go. Kind of a gap up there on the one. Kind of bizarre. I don't know why it's showing up like that, but yeah, Serve Robotics breaking out above now 17 1/4, looking for 17 1/3. It's clearing 17 1/3. So good breakout right now, guys, on Serve Robotics. I'd be looking at if you're looking for these sort of small cap gapper style plays. Shout out to David. Great show today. Construction Sympathy. Got it next door. Dave's dumb trade ideas.
I love it when he puts that in.
Rigetti to down with Quantum verse Rare Earth rides up. AMD holds ground. I love the way that you throw things in there, brother. Yeah, you're quite whimsical. Shout out to you, man. I like his personality, Joey. What do you got?
Yeah. I like his personality too. He's funny. I like it. If you can poke fun at yourself, I think you have a pretty.
Yeah, exactly. It shows that you're not.
You're not
taking
too
yourself seriously,
exactly,
insecure, all that.
Not necessarily easily offended and everything along those lines, which is always a good strong trait.
I like
there. So yeah, there we go, guys. Look, bang, trend line snapped. So this has been a grinder. Grinding.
Right on cue.
Right there on the
jail.
QQs. And we were short looking for the continuation off of these highs. We thought that trend line was going to hold, but as soon as it breached, we just hopped out of that one. I've traded 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 names on the session. And DAL and NVDA were most definitely the better trades on the day. AMD wasn't a good one. We can tell you that for free. Let's pull it up. But it's small potatoes, right? There's always like so many good. Today is such a subdued day. Did I take a trade on it earlier in the morning? I forget. I got to remember. Yeah. So we did. We tried a couple of longs on that. Shout out to this dark pool wick over here.
Shout out dark pools now.
Yeah, shout them out. So we got little scalps on this one. We gotta clean this up a little bit more there, my brother man.
Sure.
So yeah, I got to what do I got on the menu for tonight, man? I mean, we can talk a little bit of life and what we got going on.
Oh, what do I got going on? Well, I smashed 2
today?
gym sessions.
So
today,
are you going 3 a day? You're not going 3 a day.
You know what, Joey?
Right?
We may do a 3. Why not?
I feel like you're going to.
I might.
I have the hunch.
I might get the itch, bro.
You know, I know. Trust me, I know that itch, brother. You need to get that.
Shout out to Tyrone Bigham.
Shout out to.
Yeah. Right.
No, but I went and you know what I did,
yes,
Obi?
Sir.
I went and I walked to that Fit for Less just down the road and see what was going on because it's a new gym just on Yonge Street. Yeah. So I went in there, did a little tour.
South of Wellesley, right?
Yeah. So I did a little tour over there.
And?
Because, I mean, it's not bad, right?
Yo, they got everything there. They basically have all the same Good Life has.
Yeah.
You went inside?
Yeah, I went and did a little tour. Yeah. It is dungeony, like it's in a basement essentially, right? There's some mirrors and stuff like that. $30 a month for the black membership, so you can the black card membership. Yeah, so you get access to everything, like the tanning beds, the water, the aqua massage. Yeah, all that stuff. Yeah.
That's really good.
So
dude.
I mean, it's a little bit more. So you
good.
pay the $50 annual fee plus the $30 a month.
Oh, you have to pay an annual fee.
A $50 annual fee, right? That's where they get you.
$50 is just the one time.
No, it's not.
It's annual.
I've joined Fit for Less before. I'm pretty sure.
Maybe they changed it.
Brother, I promise you, it was just there. It's an annual fee.
Maybe they changed it, brother.
Yeah. I promise. Yeah. It's an annual fee over there too.
Yeah,
so.
see, that's how they kind of get you. But you sometimes keep your eye out for promotions because a lot of times they waive it.
Exactly, right? And I'm like, hey, if you bring multiple individuals over, like, are you sure you can't waive it for a year, right? You're getting the multiple subs. But Adair, what do you got for us?
Good.
Keep an eye here on Microsoft again, in case you guys missed it. There was, again, this report showing that apparently forecasts are showing that the data center crunch for Microsoft is going to continue into 2026. Now I'm seeing this pop up here. Not sure if this is related, but either way, I'm reading this headline. OpenAI apparently is Microsoft's largest CPU Azure cloud customer. And then Meta. META on watch, not moving too much on this headline, but Instagram reportedly exploring a dedicated TV app in their push to do more video content. So Bloomberg reporting that Instagram, again owned by Meta, is exploring a dedicated TV app. Back to you.
Interesting.
This guy,
that's really interesting.
Like these guys are really starting to take over. We've seen the likes of Amazon getting into therapeutics, opening kiosks and everything, and then now we got Meta.
All right,
Meta TV, man.
Yeah, there it is.
Meta TV. I mean, what sub are you dropping to pick up Meta
honestly,
TV?
I'm not gonna pick up anything, Joey. I'm pretty, you know how I am. I'm pretty frugal when it comes to that stuff. I have friends who share their accounts.
Shout out to them.
No, seriously though. No, I don't know who am I paying for right now. I'm paying actually personally Amazon Prime.
Yep.
I'm paying Fubo.
Okay.
And DAZN.
Fubo.
Yeah,
Oh,
for the Prem.
Okay. Yeah.
We
That's
got
fair,
the IP, but
got the IP.
you know,
That's all I use now.
unreliable. To be
Is
quite
it?
honest with you. Yes and no. Yes and no.
Yeah.
The quality sometimes can be a little sus.
Yeah.
So I want 4K.
Yeah,
right?
I got the
I
one
got
that
4K too, Joey.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
sometimes it's not 4K. Sometimes it's
okay.
Just,
You
they
need that
throw in a
higher
1080
quality
stream or a 720 stream, and they just put it
Brother,
under a 4K
listen,
label.
I
bro.
grew up, so anyways, my mom used to buy the DVDs off of the dude on the street selling them. And they're the lowest quality DVDs that you could ever watch. So for me, I have no issue. Sometimes it drives Selena's nuts because a new movie will come out and I'll watch it in the lowest quality.
And you don't care.
I have
My old man is like that.
No
he gets mad at
issues with
me
it.
that I start hunting for high quality
No,
streams.
I
He's like,
have
it's
no.
good enough. I'm like, no, it's not.
I have no issue with it whatsoever, man.
That frustrates me. That kind of lackadaisical attitude frustrates me.
We don't need the quality control, man.
Hit the fail? Yes, absolutely hit the fail. Yes, exactly. If it's not 4K, Obi's not watching. That's my guy
brother,
right there, bro.
I'm telling you, go to Jamaica, buy a couple DVDs, the poorest quality, and everybody's still having the greatest time. I remember we were watching, Dara, 1 second, we're watching a movie called Are We There Yet? The one with, Ice Cube or something, or whatever his name is. Are We There Yet?
Yeah.
This is the oldest movie. I'm in the randomest bar in Jamaica, and these guys are having the time of their life watching this movie. Lowest quality as well.
Lowest quality. I get it.
Dara,
People
what do
who
you
don't
got?
care, they don't care.
Yeah, keep an eye here on the market. Just so you guys know, Trump just started answering questions here from the media with regards to his meeting with Alexander Stubb of Finland. Alexander Stubb, again, leader of Finland, also answering questions. Right now, nothing market related, but just to keep you all apprised. Back to you.
Guys, sorry, Joey, I just got to cover this. Server Robotics is right back in area highs, okay? In fact, I think it just printed the new high, 1779. Dang it, man. Big boy breakout right now. Well, no, I don't want to say breakout, but we're definitely taking out the high of the day, 1779. It was a clean hold off VWAP. I mean, we were involved in this one to no end. I don't know why I drew the line on the fourth entry. It was once, twice. OB, he is the one thrice trading serve today, and I don't know why I didn't take the last pullback into VWAP, because here it is breaking through the high of the day. So fantastic look right now on SERV. Definitely going to keep an eye out on that. Shout out to MSense Lift. How much might it go? I know it had, you're talking about Lift because they got the headline today with the robotics company. Let's take a look at LYFT. Where the hell is my chart? There it is. I've seen they've been doing well lately. I think they've been outperforming Uber, if I'm not wrong. If I can overlay the charts. Oh, that's an ugly topping tail. Jeez Louise. Look at this, Joey. I mean, it was doing pretty well, and then it put this topping tail candle. It looks like it's headed back to the 50 over here. It lost $20 today. All right, so I like this at $18 to $20. Below $20 right now. I like it for this reason. You had support at 19, clearly resistance, and you have it at 18. So look, this to me is a buy zone. If I had like a rectangle tool, I could draw like a buy zone for you guys. So I pick it up around there, and it also conflates with the 50 EMA on the daily. That's what I like about that. If it loses that 18 zone, though, I'd have to cut the trade. I'm talking about a swing, of course. That's the daily there. Shout out to Bovin. Bovin saying CEG at 52-week highs. Say less, Bovin. Let's check out Constellation Energy. Oh, baby. CEG, this is a rocket ship. My goodness, Joe, let's find out where we are from the 22 lows. 625%.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's a nice one right there,
Sharif,
my boy.
we're missing a lot of the super chats here. I
trying
apologize.
to get to them,
Yeah.
Joey.
Did you do chat? I don't think we did any of them in the afternoon.
Okay,
here.
let's find out. Nick.
Let's rock and roll.
Nick, $2 Canadian bought Palantir at 190 and 195 out of the money calls recently. Or, yeah, OTM calls recently, LFG. Joey, calls.
Calls. Oh, yeah, OTM. Yeah, so you got those out the monies, 190, 195. Those are really starting to kick up momentum, punching in there as well, too. Let's go. So essentially, Sharif, let's break this down.
Yes, sir.
So, guys, for all the people who are intrigued about learning options, there goes AMD, man. What a dirty dog. I got to take this off my screen and find something else. Let's go Tesla because we haven't traded that on the day. Bang, bang, bang. A nice steady grind. But as for PLTR, Nick, essentially what Nick is doing is he's buying those out the money calls to gain the extrinsic value. It's just strictly the time value on those. Who knows what it was specifically trading at that time, but that's the objective. Extrinsic value. In order for it to have intrinsic value, you need it to go past 190 and 195. Now, as for the small cap millionaire, Sharif, this might be you. What do you guys think about AIEV? I'm bag holding 500 shares at 15 cents.
I'm ready. AIEV. Okay, let's have a look, man. You know, if it's a small cap gapper, I'm going to tell you.
There's zero liquidity on the intraday.
Let's look at it. AEV, right?
AIEV.
My bad. AIEV. My bad. AI electric vehicle. That's interesting. 24 pennies. Let's take a look, Joey. I don't want to talk badly about it. Okay, now we can talk badly about it. Joey.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
18. 25 cents. What the hell, bro?
$18?
$18, Joey.
Oh,
it looks like a SPAC. This is obviously this de-SPACed. That was definitely a SPAC. When you hug 10 like that for a prolonged period and you don't have outsized days, that's definitely, so it looks like it de-SPACed over here. Back at around, looks like the 14th of June of last year of 2024. So let me find out. You already said this was AIEV. It's Thunder Power Holdings, developer of premium electric vehicles. Company through their proprietary manufacturer sales premium. Let me see some of these cars, bro. Let's find out. Show them up. All right, so let's find out. What's the name of the company? Thunder Power Holdings. Thunder Power Holdings EV. Let's see. Show me your cars, Thunder Power.
Show it.
Prove it. Let's just. Is this it right here? That's public EV startup. Indicted. Sorry, I don't mean to laugh about that. I don't know. Where is this? Okay, let's go to their website. Let's go to their website.
It looks like a mix of like a old.
Here it is. That's it right there. Okay. It kind of looks like an EV Maserati. It looks like the Ghibli.
It does.
I don't know. That's a bite off the Ghibli. Or Ghibli, however you want to guys say it. Look at that front grille, though. I don't know about that, Joey.
No, I don't know about it.
And it has the same front fascia as the 370Z.
Ow,
oh
man.
My God, disgusting.
Jeez,
Ram, what the hell is this, bro?
What the? Fabian, you're too loud.
Like,
you're too loud right now.
Yeah, Fabian. You gotta pierce my eardrum, but I
yeah.
love you anyway, Fabian. It looks like Gerdo, he says, from Mario Kart. I don't know what that is.
You couldn't pay me to
hold on. It has like that Panamera, sort of Taycan, swept look. I bet you anything that's probably a hatchback.
Yeah.
But it has the 370Z. Look at the look at the headlights.
Brother, I'm telling you right now, this vehicle is having an identity crisis.
Let's find out a little bit more about it, Joey.
I don't want to see it anymore.
Right.
You couldn't pay me to drive that thing.
Joey, why are you getting so upset about this? It's fine, bro.
What's up, Remy?
Look. Raymond, what's your problem, bro?
Because it was loud in our ear.
Oh.
No, I didn't say anything.
You didn't see where she was? She was creeping through the plastic over
I didn't.
there. That's what she was doing.
No, I didn't even see it.
At.
Wow, you're weird, man.
That's
crazy.
Rammer just called Joey a creep.
Insane, man.
Dang, bro.
Man.
She's coming in hard.
I didn't even get my sentence out, and she's like, yeah, no, it's you. You suck.
Ram does. Michelle Muir has a 370 set. It doesn't look like that at all. Hold on, Michelle, doesn't the front kind of look? All right, let's take a look at the 370Z. Nissan 370Z. Let's take a look. Yeah, come on, Michelle. I mean, look at the front headlights on this. Let's put in that Thunder or whatever again here. Take a look, Joey.
I'm looking.
Telling me like these are not similar. These headlights.
They're all similar.
A little bit. I mean, it's not exact, but it gives me shades of it.
It's pretty close.
Yeah, it gives me shades of it.
You know what that kind of looks like? The headlights on the Thunderbolt thing I was looking at.
This one?
Yeah. It looks like the McLaren sign a bit.
Oh, that's actually not. That's actually a good point.
Right?
Yeah, it does look like that. Interesting. All right. Well, Okay, so that's it.
Yeah,
there,
exactly, David. Get that thing out of here.
All right, NUAI is breaking out again, guys. So I might wanna take this here, but we're gonna approach 3 again. Something tells me it's gonna probably reject 3, but we're gonna give this one the try. Look, we're gonna get a small share size here. If it clears 3, I'll add more. Simple as that. So on NUAI, looks like it's breaking out here. It's a Nike shoes headlight, says Roadrunner. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I
you don't see very many
Chicago.
of those anymore.
That car looks like a crappy as Model X. Which must pull the design from a cereal box. Let's be real. Chicago's having a great day today. It's called the Thunderbolt X, Fabian.
The Thunderbolt, baby.
So what's it called? Thunder Power, excuse me, Fabian. Thunder Power Holdings. Go to their website. You should be able to see it. Thunder Power Holdings. All right, what else we got?
What do we got?
So we took NUAI, we got 97s. Let's wait on the north side of 3. So by definition, we're gonna have to take out 3. We're at 3 right now. We're waiting at 03s. Look, we're gonna add if it breaks out 3 decisively. But look at this, Joey. It's chopping and churning, and it can't even shake 3. So clearly a hidden seller here at $3. Not surprising. We've been having trouble with 3, but there it goes, Joey. We take it out. It's a 305 area high, and now let's see if we defend that level, or this is gonna be a bull trap to lure us in. I'll add more, but show me that you're willing to stay above that $3 area, and then we'll get in a bit more. So we're gonna pack our patience here for NUAI, looking for the breakout trade.
Good look there, guys. Yeah, so some people are talking about Mara here in the chat. It's been trading pretty good, right? Like considering that Bitcoin's down on the session. You're not too far off of this previous high of the day, only 1% or so. Nice recovery. We talked about this hammer candle at the volume weighted average price as well too. So just keep that in mind. So yeah, that's Mara. Let's take a look at some of the other crypto names. BMNR, what are you up to? BMNR, considering that Ethereum's down, at some point at the lows, was down 5% on the day, which is absolutely insane. Daily, I was looking at this name for a potential breakout as well. Okay. Price compression pattern, where have we seen this before?
Where have we seen it, Joey? Almost every stock ever.
I'm here, right? You know what I mean? You see the, you see the.
Who are you looking at there? BMNR?
Yeah,
oh,
BMNR.
That's 100% break.
Boom. You know what I mean? You see the similarities within them. You're getting in.
100%.
Oh, okay. You're in too. I'm in too. See, yeah, I think I'm gonna have to hop in this as well too. Anything can happen at any given moment with this. I mean, it's super successful. Are you actually?
No. Yeah, I will actually though.
Let's see. Want to see what some contracts are worth?
That's a clean ascending wedge preceded by a downtrend.
Okay.
So
you like that, right?
I don't mind that at all, man. I don't mind that at all.
Do we front run it? IV is a little high on this thing here, Sharif. Let's go further out. Let's give us a little bit more time on this one. We're gonna go to February and see what some of these at the money contracts are trading at. It's relatively expensive, right? Like this is what are we trading at?
What do we trade?
It's a $58 stock, and those contracts 122% at the money, so they're relatively expensive. But also look at the likes of IBIT, right? Okay. Significantly cheaper. We're going to go to the exact same expiration in January, essentially half the price. And this is more expensive than what BMNR is, so the volatility being priced in on those names. But I was looking at it for a potential breakout, so we'll continue to monitor it. Do we get involved in one contract or so? I think so. But the thing is, ETHA has not been performing good whatsoever after it just moved 100% or so. At the money IV 75%. Those for 99 days, those contracts are at the money only $5.25. So I think that's worth it in the long run.
Well said, Joe.
All
right, guys. LAES broke out. So we have 69s on at the moment, and now it is taking out the mid-80s. 86 high. We're at 86 right now. My next profit taker is 88s, and we got shares on in this one. We added nicely into that pullback. So let's see if we can kind of wet the beak here at some key levels. We'll look to take some in the low 90s as well. Still not getting the 88 print. It is an 87 high, showing me 85s at the moment. Packing my patience. Also need to monitor my NUAI trade, as this is an indecisive candle. We go above 3, now we're putting in higher lows, but it's also a lower high. So area low for this is 275. I'm not giving it to that though, so we'll need to do something a little bit better. 90s an area as well. I could be persuaded to add there if 90 holds up, and that would be a higher low as well. So how many shares do we have? NUAI there. Yeah, let's go ahead and wait in the low 90s. We'll see if we can get something in and around there and front run the 90 support level. So that's what I'm keeping my eye on now, but it's really the LAES show that's really performing quite well into the midday or the late day over here. Wow, there's only like 20 some odd minutes left, eh? That was a fast day, let me tell you though. Today was a quick day. Felt like it went by pretty quick, Joe. So yeah, I don't know how you feel about that, but yeah, let's wet the beak a little bit more over here. We're gonna take out some more because we got shares on this one. All right, very eventful day, says Nick. Good to hear, brother. The markets didn't really like it, but the markets aren't down that aggressively. We're talking about 1/3% on the ES, a little bit more than 1/5% on the NQ. So you're not really taking it on the chin, but it's a mixed bag in Mag 7 world, right? Amazon's green, Nvidia's green, Meta's green, and then Apple's red, Google's red, Tesla's red, Softy's red. So it's a mixed bag, no continuity with respect to the Mag. But that's okay. They shouldn't really be moving together because if I wanted them to move together, I just put my money in the Qs, right? So that's kind of how I feel about that. Tillray, like I said, is picking up on volume, says Jamlocky. Let's take a look at Tillray. It was involved plenty with that one earlier in the day. What is it up to now? Not bad. Not bad. Let's take a look over here. Assassino at the 5. Yeah, picking up off the volume weighted average price, Joey, but it's not rocketing up. It's straddling VWAP, which makes me feel that it might be an aggressive bid into the close. Usually, if it straddles VWAP, there's a reason why it's straddling and it's not dropping below. It means that it's being picked up by buyers at that level. So this could be an interesting maybe market on close trade or a limit on close trade if you're into that kind of thing. It's a thing we used to do around here on the floor. So yeah, we're sending it to Adair. She's got news.
Yeah, Nokia and Ericsson both popping here with relative volume. Basically, the leader of Finland here, Alexander Stubb, president of Finland, he just kind of mentioned, there are two great networks in the West right now, Nokia and Ericsson. Both Nokia and Ericsson popped on this sole comment. So interesting stuff here. NOK on the NYSE and ERIC on the Nasdaq. Back to you.
Thank you, Adair, for that. Still watching here, LAES. We're zigging and zagging. Joseph Options at that high of the day. So we just did wet the beak there at 86 to front run the 87 penny print. But don't want to take out too much too quickly over here because I do feel we could easily squeeze into 6, especially if we take out some of these mid to high 80 sellers on LAES. So we'll keep tabs on that. And Serve Robotics, yeah, I just want to get to that one in a second here. Looks like it's doing a bit of a rounded top pattern into 18, 17, excuse me, 990 high, 10 EMAs at around 17.5. This could be an interesting pickup here on Serve for a test of 18, but.
Sorry, I just want to let you guys know Trump just stepped off the podium, for lack of a better term. Press is leaving the room.
Amazing, thank you, Adara. Any big headlines out of that?
The only market-moving stuff was the Ericsson and Nokia stuff, and even then that was kind of a blip. Those are both cheaper stocks as well. Nothing else that I would really say is relevant to the market. He said he's going to leave for the Middle East maybe sometime Sunday for the hostage situation, so just for a scheduling note for next week, but nothing really.
Good. I like that. Oh, NUAI's tanking, Joey. Where the hell is it? NUAI just absolutely crapped the bed. Oh, wow, what a drop there. Thank God we got something out at 3.
Oh,
so,
wow,
yeah, dude, it just dropped. But that's a VWAP area here. This could be a buy. Let's see if it holds VWAP. If it holds at 260 level, this is a great buy right now on NUAI. That's a volume-weighted average price, but it did lure you in with a $3 break. It certainly lured me in, but I'm keeping my eye here on it. I don't mind picking this up off the volume-weighted average price. What do you got, Joey?
All right, let's see what we got going on. Big Guava is talking about, guava. That's what's in, what's the plant in tequila? Guava plant, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes, Big Guava. All right, so Big Tequila, we're going to call you on that front. So ETHU, this is 2X. What I'm getting at here essentially,
agave.
Agave, there we go. So we're not there. Bang, I was close. What is it? Anyways, sign BMNR. There it is. Wow. You can see just the difference, right? Like the treasury play, potential breakout. Obviously, Ethereum's going to need to participate in order to get that, but that's all right. Boss play. Hold on.
He's dropping cash.
Boss play. Boss man Dilo. First time super chat. big shout out to Obi, the Amazonian. 5K profit off the 222 level and still holding for a few cons for ER earnings report. I'm assuming he's going to. So thank you very much for that. Boss play, and shout out to you there, Obi. Also, our guy Stevenson, Etienne, man, was off today. Did break my rules today, but I recovered it and journaled him back on top. Yeah, Stevenson, I told you you'd be back, brother. Remember? You thought we were gonna hang him up. I'm like, I know Stevenson. There's no way that guy's gonna hang them up. So Guave, absolutely. Thank you, Axelbiz. Bobby Axelrod just looked at the Thunder car. Looks like a Maserati with a cooler front end.
That's exactly what we said.
Yeah, that's what we're saying. Yeah. I don't think anybody hears. Yeah, there's a poll up there.
I think that's what he's talking about.
253 votes. That's nothing. Come on, what is that, guys? But 70% of us saying no thanks. I'm part of the no thanks party on that one. I don't know.
I don't think it's ugly. It's just not for me. I mean,
I think it's ugly. I think it's pretty ugly.
It's weird looking.
Yeah, it's really, you like the grill on the front?
No, someone made a joke in the chat that you could. It looks like you could warm your food up on it. It looks like a hot plate.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is kind of funny.
G-Talk 5150, 5150. What's going on? $5. Please cover APLD earnings today for sure.
Crazy.
We were talking a little bit about that. We're getting into earnings season, guys. So we'll be going over a lot of things such as the expected moves, etc. But we'll do that one more time for you. APL. Oh no, we got to go to options AI and see our expected move, which is approximately around 16%. I like Applied Digital. This
LAES is breaking out.
Is it? Go ahead, take it over.
LAS is breaking out, guys. There's a new high a day. It's showing 90s now. It's continuing up into 6, Joey, so I don't want to interrupt you, but yeah, this is
all right.
moving
If it's breaking out, just cover it, right? We're just going over some options activity here. So again, we went over this earlier in the day, 14.9% with the potential high of around 34.13 and a potential low of around 25.27. Now, as for the actual underlying asset and what it's been up to, it's on a big time breakout, right? So if you get an additional gap up, I think you're lucky and most definitely want to start taking profits, because look what happened on Oracle's ORC. Look at this earnings report. Obviously, you don't want to compare apples to oranges, but price action is price action at the end of the day. You get this big time gap up, and you've not even came anywhere close to trading to 345. You're still $50 off of that part. But as for APLD, same thing. You get an additional move higher. Profit taker, and I think at some point you'll be able to get in at a lower price, especially if you have a massive 15% gap up.
Absolutely, Joey, I agree with that. All right, continuing to wait here on LAES, also in a position right now on SEC at 61s, looking for the hold into the 10 EMA. The 10 EMA is showing me 44s. So we're packing our patience here as this zigs and zags at the $0.50, looking for continuation into the close on on SERV. Today, the headline with Lyft. So keeping tabs on that. Let's go back though to LAES. There we go, a new high of day into 92. Let's see if this one will touch $6 eventually, or what the situation is going to be on this one. So keeping tabs here on LAES. We're actually waiting, I believe, at 93. Yeah, 93. So not quite there yet. 92s is the high of the day. DJ saying DLO is flying. Let's take a look at DLO. See what that one is up to at the moment. Oh, wow, what a breakout there, and a late day breakout too. Look at this. This is like that's 3 o'clock there, and so you get to pull back into the 10, and it's rocketing up. DLO, shout out to you, my man. Great call there. What is this over here? It is local Uruguay-based focus on alien merchants. Okay, what's the float? 2.37 million shares. Just keeping an eye on this 1 second. 92 million share float. Not too bad. Not too bad as well. ATCH is above VWAP. I do see that, Alex, but I'm not going to trade that one at the moment. D-Lo is freaking breaking out like crazy.
Boss man D-Lo.
Oh, boy, here, man. DLO, let's go. This is really going here, Joey. So let's take a look at this. The strength on this one is just very obvious. 15-17 high. It's got a 4-penny, 3-penny spread at the moment, which isn't bad. Let's continue to watch, though, see if that spread maintains the level, or does it open up at times. Right now showing 6 pennies. Not bad, not bad. Here we go into the highs again on DLO. 17 highs. It's showing me 15s. So this one's coming, why is it only telling me 7%? Yeah, it is only up 7%. So this one's barely done anything. We're talking about 7% right now. I don't really have anything on my blotter. Oh, this one reported results yesterday. Two reports. So this one looks like it might be reporting today. No, November 12th. That's the only thing that I have on it. It said they were going to report on November 12th. So DLO, big boy breakout right now. Traded carefully though, because I really don't know why this is moving. And so, you know, the ones without a catalyst, sometimes they're a little bit sus.
Which one there?
Shout out to Zen Zombie, $5 super chat. I'm killing it on BBAI. What do you got on that one, Joey?
Oh, okay. Let's see. You want to take a look at BBAI?
Yeah,
no problem.
Dividend trade there.
No problem.
Get it.
We do it for you, no problem. We'll go over Nokia Corp after for the individual courtesy. I know you asked us very politely, so we'll continue. We'll do that for you. Look at this. Break through that 734 level. You get 10 pennies right off of that. We go to the daily. I don't think it's the prettiest chart out there, but I mean, it's just this consistent, steady higher. So move higher. So if you ask me, everything in between this is noise. I wouldn't be surprised if you get a pullback south of this range. You can see that you're almost forming a double top right there, or we could just go parabolic. But with the market being slightly frothy and starting to rip higher here on the day, just going to be a complete recovery. This is bull market-esque stuff there, guys. Sell, 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 and then you get the recovery in the later half of the session. But yeah, as for BBI, not too horrible of a look, but NOK. If you want to get involved, you want to wait for a pullback, I think, on this one. And the same thing with NOK. Swing trading, you're thinking the low was obviously there, nice indecision print. If you look for these across the board after some extreme selling, you'll be doing just fine in the long run. Collect as much data as you possibly can. But 5, 7, 16 is what we're currently trading at. And a big time move, $4 all the way up to 5. Well, I shouldn't say big, relatively speaking, but wait for a pullback into that $5, $4.90 level, and then maybe you can get a continuation of the trend. Adara, what do you got for us?
And balances really soon, really quickly though, guys. Be aware, Fed's Bowman is talking, prepared remarks. Looks like they're not super about the market here, or I guess economic policy rather. She's talking about community banks and such. She's also the vice chair of supervision. It seems like that is more the heart of this speech. Back to you.
Good, Derek.
All right. So yeah, what's Oklo is breaking out here. Okay, starting a big time recovery on Oklo. Not too horrible look there. OKLO. Any good hockey game? What's the Thursday nighter tonight, Chief? Do you know, or are we just saying in baseball? Yeah, no problem. So yeah, a breakout over there. Bang. Won't complain on that one.
Thursday nighter?
Yeah.
For football?
Yep.
Let's find out. Let's take a look at the old score app over here, Joey.
You got the score,
I've been watching football a lot lately.
No, me neither. I haven't paid
today.
Too much
It's a division game. We got the Eagles and the Giants. It's an NFC East game, so obviously I'm interested in that because, well, Cowboys are in the NFC East. Imbalances, imbalances, absolutely. Thank you, Assassino. You got that, Adara, or what's okay?
I'll just do them. So they're all really big. Market 3.2 billion buy, Nasdaq 1.9 billion buy, Dow 944 million buy, and then Meg 7 1.1 billion buy. So other than the Dow, they're all over $1 billion, and the Dow is almost $1 billion.
Yeah, here I'll bring up the. I got the and these are
you only got the NYSE. I got the NQs up here.
So show a little bit of my screen, a little bit of his. Here's what we got on the NYSE, Joey. This is filtered by size.
Yep.
So there it is. Oh no, right there. Sorry, Joey. There we go. T, Kenview, OMC, Snap. You got Merck on there, CL, MRK. What else you got on your side, Joey?
Yeah, we got Apple with 2.1 million there on the buy side. NVDA starting to grow up a little bit. The pair volume around 4.3 million on that there. And then also you went over Kenview. Amazon on it as well too with a buy around 1.38 million on that front. And then Broadcom, AVGO, putting in just almost $1 million onto the buy side. So there it is. Here's your top stuff. I'll make it a little bit bigger for you guys so you can see it more clearly. There it is. Bang. Yeah, thank you. If you can just scroll up into that corner there, Assassino, and just go over these top names. Amazon 1.3, NVDA 2.2, Apple about 2 million now, 1.95 there, guys. So take a look on some of these imbalances.
All right, man. Joey, we got stopped out of SERV, so that will be a loser for me on the day, despite the fact that we were positive on it earlier. So we'll give back on that one. But LAES continues to trend up. We've got 69s on this one. It's about to take out, it looks like to be the high of the day, 96s now. It's showing me 94s. So waiting at 96s. I'm waiting at the high of the day for a look there. Here's 95. So this one getting a bit of a bid into the close. There's 96. We get the print there. Let's go ahead and wait up there as well. There's another print. We're still waiting for anything above 6. Let's go ahead and wait at 602 for a nice price spike into the high. So LAES going hard into the close to the tune of 37% and change. We'll keep tabs on this one. Mark Zed said plug is gapping up. So that's very interesting to me because I'm looking at getting into plug power on a swing trade. It was very aggressive into 475. I'm waiting for the first 5-minute candle or the first daily candle make a new high. That will have to be currently above 398. It doesn't look like we're going to get to that today, but it is a great looking bottoming tail candle on plug power. Let me show you guys what I'm looking at because, well, the hydrogen space has been insanely strong and Bloom Energy has been absolutely the leader in that space. Take a look at BE on the daily, but this one you can size substantially into. So look at this, plug power. It comes into the 10, it gets bought off the 10 very aggressively. This is the daily chart on PLUG, but we still haven't reclaimed that prior candle high, which is around 396, but I do like the look of this candle here. The fact that it was bought up so aggressively into that 10 EMA tells me buyers were looking at this as well. So I'm definitely going to be interested in, piling in here on plug power. Now I do have a checkered history with this bad boy, as I did lose $1 a share on it in the past, but hey, you gotta risk money to make money, baby.
Yes,
so,
sir, you do.
We're gonna have to do that. So I'm keeping my eye on that. There goes LAES Joey options through the high. We'll take the 2 print now. We're waiting at 5s, 3s is the high of the day. Good strength today on LAES. But Joey, what's up?
What's going on? Trade the pool. Beat Ackman. Live trading competition is here, October 8th to 10th. Every day, Ackman makes his move. Your mission, outperform him. Beat his return. Prove you got what it takes. Then, the grand finale on October 13th, broadcasted live on Trader TV. With Trade the Pool team live in the studio, over 600K in prizes are up for grabs. 25K, 50K, even 100K evaluation accounts. Plus, surprise giveaways during the live show. Don't just watch, compete. Beat Ackman. Win big. Scan the QR code. Start trading today, guys.
A good look there, beating Ackman.
Do you think you could beat him? I think you could beat him.
Or could I beat Ackman?
Yeah.
No.
Hey, man, you never know.
I don't think I could beat Ackman. Ackman, look, he's made some questionable calls, but facts are facts.
I mean, who hasn't?
AF.
Yeah, he's rich as AF.
Right? So that's all the proof you need to put
The thing is, though,
baby.
it's like when you can have the most questionable calls on the planet, but that one call that just sends you skyrocketing, everything else is irrelevant.
There you go. All right, man. This was a great day today, guys. We want to let you know, guys, today, no market recap show today, but we will resume it tomorrow. So nothing from 4:30. It ends with Joey and I today. But man, I can't tell you. This is the first time ever I've been on the big show. And I've been here in August, next August, of course. Will be 4 years.
Geez.
Yeah, so I've never been on the big show.
There you go. You're on it now. You are the big show.
There you go. I'm not the
Welcome
big
to
show,
the big show.
Yeah, first time. I've been on with Thank you, Rammer. Thank you. I've never been on the big show with Neil and Sean, but I have been on
The
with
big
Neil and
show.
Sean.
Oh, okay, but you never participated.
They had to fill in for the midday when we were kind of through that point a little bit. So, hey, man, I know you even were on the big show before I got on the big show.
That's crazy.
You've been here a year and change. So
yeah.
Shout out to Joey Options, bro.
Amazon, 228. What the heliante? Man, oh man. Let's pull that.
I think Ozan's been in that all day. He's been pounding the table on Amazon, basically, from what I've seen. Shout out to you, Ozan. That's a good look. This guy's just relaxing.
No.
At the chart.
What, you said shout out to I thought you were talking about Ozan. No, I'm looking at the chart. Okay.
I swear he was yelling about, what's it called? Amazon earlier, but I really haven't seen him in the chat.
There you go, Jason Coigny, 4R today. Nice, 4X return. We love risking that, man. Good job on that front.
There he is. I'm rich, he says. Get it, Ozan. All right, guys.
Yeah, Ozan is, I don't know. I think Ozan is actually pretty rich because the trades that this guy's telling me he's putting up.
He's a good trader, bro. Yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
yeah,
When we
he's
go to
gonna put
Dallas
in
and
cash.
he hosts us at his house,
Yeah.
we're gonna have a lot of expectations.
What is that? Yeah, what is that? I forget what that. I'm really, yeah, that's yeah, Ozan. Like, brother, I've been to Dallas, so I know where my expectations lay. And then I got
I
some
meant
high ones from it.
expectations of Ozan.
Yeah,
Well,
both.
now that I know
Both,
he's
brother.
floating in money.
Both.
You know, when
It's pure
he
cash.
brings out the dinner plate, Joey.
It better
when he
be
takes us out.
some barbecue. I got a really
So
hot take.
entitled.
I forget where I went.
So
Terry
entitled.
Black's. Terry Black's is where I'm pretty sure I went for barbecue.
Oh.
Listen, this is going to be an extremely unpopular opinion. Maybe I shouldn't say it, but I'm going to say it anyways. Man, I'm going to say it. I had better barbecue. It's that simple. Terry Black's is amazing in Austin. I've had better. I've had better here north of the border. I'm sorry, lads. But Canadian beef and meat is pretty good. And I was actually, it's a nice place to go to. But again, I've had better barbecue. I know, it's a hot take, the unpopular opinion, but I'm just going against the grain and I'm being honest. I'm honest with you guys, that's the thing. Would you rather me lie and say that I thought it was the best barbecue I've ever had? There's nothing about it whatsoever.
bro.
Yeah, hey
Killing me
man,
over
hey, I
there,
love
man.
you. I like Dallas. I had a great time in Dallas. I love America,
Joey.
but there's better barbecue out there, man.
Yeah, okay, bro. I love Texan barbecue. That's kind of my thing there. But
You love Texan, but have you been to Texas?
no, but there's a Texan barbecue place off the 4. Remember that guy that got shut down during COVID, and then he wouldn't shut his place down. And
The
they kept
barbecue guy, yeah,
Best Texas,
the barbecue
Texan
guy.
barbecue ever. Yeah.
That's what it says.
That guy put his foot down, man.
Oh,
and
yeah.
they'd show up with cops there to shut him down.
Yeah,
He'd be
he's
open
like-
the next
he's like-
day.
he's like, no way.
They
Is this the dude in Saga?
No.
Because there was a guy in Saga that was like that too.
Well,
It
yeah,
was crazy.
exactly. Well, there's a bunch there. Oh, LAES Joseph Options is just taking out, breaking hearts and taking out levels 611 high. There we go. That's going to be the end of the trade for me on LAES. Good breakout through 6 and good continuation into the close. But this one's going to haunt me here, Joey. I should have been more alive to this. I should have been more aggressive on serve. Look at the bid that SERV got. And we had shares on here too, guys, but you know, couldn't DCA into an oblivion, and it's a different beast trading into the close. Lesson learned. We'll definitely be a bit more aggressive into this, especially if it had such a tailwind. All right, guys, the closing bell is brought to you by Beta Pro. 3 times leverage ETF 2, 1. It's over. Where do we end up closing, Joey?
Well, tell them where we went, man.
Here's what happened, Joey. So we official close on the ES. We're down a third. The NQ did the best of all 4 major averages, down only 0.13. The DAL does take it on the chin today, down more than 0.5% in the Rust, as is typically the case when we have a red day. The worst performing major average, Joey, just a little bit more red than 2/3. We'll talk a little bit about gold as well, taking it on the chin 2%. Silver down 2.5%, and oil also down 1 3/4. Let's take a look at the crypto market super quick, see where Bitcoin is at. Bitcoin still holding 120,000, but down 2% on the day. Likewise with ETH, a little bit above 4,300 here, Joey, down almost 4%. We'll look for a green day to close out the day tomorrow, the week, I mean.
The week, yeah. Let's see if we can get that, guys. As Sharif mentioned, some down days in the cryptos, but a nice recovery near the end on the Nasdaq and the S&P. I hope everyone has a fantastic Thursday. Tomorrow is Friday, and that's going to put us. And then Monday is Canadian Thanksgiving, but we will be here.
We will be here, and we're going to have the Trade the Pool team.
All right.
And we're super excited. Money Mitch is going to be in studio. Everybody else from Trade the Pool is going to be there. I might take a half day.
Yeah.
So it might be your friend.
On Friday?
Maybe. No. Monday.
On Monday.
I haven't
on Monday.
decided yet.
Hey,
but we'll see.
Deshaun Williams. Have a good one, brother.
Take care, guys. Good night.
Oh, we're still here. Easy.
We're still here.